Ready to go.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have it douse, not what I'm about, have your cloud, it be raining now, I keep making sound, go another round, I'm legend bound, can't stop me now.
Yo, I love that new intro. I just love it.
It's good.
Face Yeah, I'm having a good day. How about you? What's going on? You haven't been on in a few months. What's going on there? We got some reptiles going on?
Well, I got some hognose, of course. Geckos are doing good. Doing the mealworms. Been kind of busy. But I will address the elephant in the room, or, because I know you know. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm just going to let everybody know that Becky will not be seen on here no more because we kind of came into an impasse. Of course, Gary knows what's going on, so I don't need to go into details on everything that's been going on, but I divorced her, so that's where we're at.
That's where we're at, huh?
That's it. Over, done.
We move forward, I guess.
We move forward from this point on.
That's what I'm talking about.
But it's all good. It's all good. It had to be done, so you know what was going on.
I had people contacting me saying, "Oh, I mean, is he okay? Is this okay?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah, I know he's okay, but we're okay."
There was no cheating or nothing like that going on. It was other things, and
a mutual understanding, and boom.
Yep, boom. That's it. We're good. So
Gecko's live stream and coffee. I just have water. I need bam. You're making me want to go up there and get some stuff.
I got water too when I run out of my Coke.
Yeah, I mean, do you know? I mean, I've had some stuff happen this week, bro. But you got that mealworm stuff going. We're gonna talk about that. You got mealworms, man.
Oh, getting out of control. No, but like I said on my video, I'm not gonna sell any until I'm sure I never run out. See, because every time I go to somebody, you got mealworms? Oh, I can't fill your order. I don't have enough. I don't want to be that guy. I want to be the guy that's like, you need them? Okay, I got them. I cover you. Bam.
I'm at that point with Doobie right now. I can't produce enough.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe I'll go after Doobie.com.
Hooked on geckos. That's a good one.
Here, Bam's here. We got
divorces are tough, but you know what? This was a long time coming, and it had to be addressed. So we're good. All good.
Now it's time to focus on some reptile stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. Some people thought like we got in a fight. I'm like, no, dude.
No.
Day.
We're good.
We home. That's my home.
The whole thing with like a divorce, it takes time. It's not that can be done like tomorrow. So
I was like, when you said you were good today, I'm like, yeah, let's roll.
Yep.
Reptile Post is taking off a little bit. But today, I mean, I got messages from a lot of people. I'm going to address it a little bit. This is what you guys can see if you guys join the Patreon that we're going to announce here soon. This is the type of stuff you're going to see, the truth behind some stuff. But this one's going to go out to everyone because I don't care. Guys, Morph Market in Darien has launched a brand new site. It says that he's the one that developed it. It's state of the art. You guys ready for this? That's it. What's it look like? Oh, wait. I can even make it better for you guys. I can make it better. Oh, what's that? What is this, guys?
What the heck?
What is that? What is that?
How come I know about that?
It's state of the art. I've known about it for 3 weeks, but I didn't want to tell you with everything going on. Now, as you guys see, mine's a little different because I use a backbone. We use a backbone called Woe Wonder.
Wait a minute, Gary.
Yeah.
When I talk to you, I hear myself in here, so it must be something.
Oh, is it me?
I don't know.
Oh, let me.
It happened when you opened it up.
Wait, I can get rid of that. Here. Let's go ahead and remove this from stream. We'll come back to it. Let me stop screen because I was sharing my audio.
Oh.
Yeah, entire screen. There we go.
Now, here's a question: is he allowed to do that?
Yeah, okay. Here's the truth, guys. Okay, we're gonna show it real quick. As you guys see, ReptiPost has US Arc on here because I'm an actual developer. So I changed some stuff. Now I've been out since 2021. That's when I launched ReptiPost. It was late 2021, guys. Okay, and I used Will Wonder as my backbone, and I was working with the developer trying to develop new stuff. Well, as they developed stuff, they added some of the stuff in that I was coding, and I just used theirs, and I added my stuff back into it. Well, Herp Social uses the same thing, but at least they're being different that they have a developer that developed it different. It looks different. So if I go to Herp Social, it almost looks identical still. So here's the difference. Herp Social reached out to me. Okay. And we're good. We're good. They're Canada based. We're good. We're tight. At least they are attempting to make it different. Their marketplace is different. I'm gonna show. Let me allow it. I don't think I get on here that much. Their marketplace looks totally different than our marketplace. If you go to our marketplace, it looks totally different, and they did that purposely. And Herp Socials offered me the code that they did so I could use it. And I'm like, no. I don't want to be the same. I'm developing my own stuff. Cold blooded. They didn't even try. You guys ready for this? I'm going to blow your mind. Darian offered me money to fix the bugs on their site.
You know, I don't know what to say. This is
What he did is he bought Morph Market. He has a following now because he bought Morph Market, and now he launched his social media that he says, and I'm not joking, guys. I'll show you guys right now. About us. It says Cold Blooded is a groundbreaking social network platform built specifically for the reptile enthusiast, developed by Morph Market. It's Will Wonder. Go look it up. WOWONDER.
wow.
I have a whole marketplace. I've been working with the developer of Will Wonder, 100%. I've been working with him. He's given me like ideas and helping to change the market on here. I've honestly thought about just saying, guess what? I'm going to develop this and make it free for everybody. But I would never put that cold-blooded. I mean, ReptiPost has gone breaking social media platform built specifically for reptile enthusiasts, developed by Morph Market or developed by me. I am developing stuff for it. But I am using a backbone. I've always said that from day one. I mean, it's sad that I've seen this, and this is what you guys are going to see in the Patreon. We're gonna go after the elephants in the room. The elephants in the room we're gonna go after, and we're gonna. I mean, if someone's doing something negative, someone's doing something positive, and that's what's gonna be part of it. I just don't want that for the general public.
No.
But this here today really upset me because he came. Herp Social is really close to the same thing. They're using Will Wonder the same way, but they have actually done some work. See how this works here? So they've been doing some development work. Is different. If you go to ReptiPost and you go over a photo, it doesn't do that. So people that know development, website development, are going to know that it takes time to do this type of stuff. It took a little bit just for me to get US Arc right here on the side. It took me time to make that happen. Because when I was putting it in, I was messing up the code. I had to put it in the right spot. And do the right coding to make that work. And now what I find is karma is they're having a lot of trouble. And I know exactly what's going on with the program. I know exactly how to fix it. I can fix most of them, and I'm not going to help them.
No, that's what you got to be. Don't help them.
Because they sat there and they got people joining their site, and they're like, oh, limit too much. There's too many, the limit's been hit. I know exactly what that is. I know how to do it. I 100% know how to fix it. They're not getting emails from the site. I know how to fix it. And the thing is the reason I'm upset about it is he's saying that he has professional developers. I'm not a professional developer, and I figured this out. He's paying professional developers, and they're saying it's state of the art and that they created it, and they didn't. 100%. Guys, it is 100%. 100%.
He didn't expect people to know. He even used an eye.
What's that?
He even used a reptile eyeball.
I know. I don't know what that is. The cold blooded is like no, that reptile
No,
eyeball is me. That's me.
oh! I got what you're
That's my
saying.
account.
Never mind. Never mind.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go over and join. Just so you know,
Oh,
I
no
won't do that.
worries. So, we're getting people joining right now. The website, ReptiPost and stuff. But Herb Social is done, and I put it on dark mode so you guys can see. I usually have everyone else on light mode so I know where I'm at.
But dark mode, you can really see it that it's the
Yeah,
same.
it's just you can see it now. I'm not asking everyone to go out there and say, "Oh, screw this stuff." But what I find funny is Darian posted today on 3 spots, and everyone says, "Is this ReptiPost?" Do you know how good that made me feel?
It would make me feel good too, bud.
I was like, "Is it ReptiPost?" 100%. So I don't know. That's how I. Let's see. We got another post. Oh, he's working on his app. Oh,
You,
here's the other thing. You want to know what's different? You want to know something different about ReptiPost and this new Cold Blooded? Well,
huh.
you can't buy rats on Cold Blooded, guys. Don't. They're not Cold Blooded Cafe. Um. But look at this, guys. I'm not going to charge you $11 a month or $1,000 to join ReptiPost.
That's how much he's charging to join it, or is that how
I
much he's
don't know.
charging to?
It's for the features. So you guys get every feature available on ReptiPost from day one. Everything's unlocked.
You should post a link to your site over there and say everything on my site's free.
He's blocked it.
Oh.
So I'm not going to charge $11 a month for
Peace,
these
Andrew.
features. So to get a verified badge or featured
Yeah.
member, it's $11 a month. I don't charge nothing. So that was the elephant in the room. I want to say, like, literally, this just happened maybe 2 hours ago. 100%. I could not on Herp Social. I wanted people to know the difference. I have friends that don't like Herp Social. They have their own reasons. Herp Social, the people that run it and own it and decoded the changes, have been nothing but kind to me. Nothing. They've offered me coding to link in to Husbandry Pro and all that.
Husbandry Pro is good.
Yeah, they said that's who did Herp Social, and they reached, and I didn't have to reach out to them. They reached out to me and said, "I'm sorry this went on," and I'm like, "Oh, it's a coincidence." You know, Wonder's a really good backbone. Do you know how long it would take to code a social media site without a
I couldn't
dev
even
team?
imagine. I couldn't imagine.
It's so bad. Now to get Wonder, it's so easy to modify. And I went through the spots with TR up and all these other codings and Dolphin. There's so many other ones where I feel, like jabbed is Darian didn't create nothing. He didn't build anything brick by brick. He didn't build anything from the ground up. He bought Morph Market and then bought Wonder, threw it up on a server and said, "There you go." And then puts it on Morph Market and says, "Hey, there you go, Morph Market pages. There you go. I'm king." And then it's a money grab. That's how I feel. It's a money grab.
To me, it sounds like he wants to corner the entire market on being able to sell stuff and buy stuff and like animals and have a social site. It,
I mean, it doesn't. I wouldn't do it. Now, if he truly cared about the community, this would be me. If I had Morph Market and let's just me switch spots with Darian. If I had Morph Market and I had this beast of a program that's broken and I'm changing, I would be focusing on that first because it's my moneymaker. That's where the money's made. And then I would have looked at Herp Social or ReptiPost and says, "Hey guys, we need a social media, so why don't we all work together?" He doesn't. He drew lines. Herp Social reached out to me, and I could go on Herp Social right now, and I can post anything I want, 100%. and their people are we're members on each other's boards or each
Mm-hmm.
other's sites. So
You know, if you work together, you're not limited to just one group of people. You can get in touch with everybody that way if you're working together.
eh, the money grab thing. This is what
Mm.
bothers me the most.
I don't know what that a
Oh,
featured member. Oh, you got to pay $11 a month to be verified.
yep. Verified to be verified, you got to pay
Oh
$11 a
my
month.
gosh.
$27 you get, and that the only features you're getting extra is a featured member, verified member until you get up to $1,000. I don't know if this is a month or not. I don't because it just says unlimited. These, what I know, this system, unless they developed it different for they, which I doubt, this is a monthly charge. So this $1,000 VIP, I don't know what it is. I was gonna set something up on ReptiPost. I'm gonna let you guys know. I was gonna set something up on ReptiPost for memberships like this and be like $1 a month, $3 a month, $5 a month. But it wasn't gonna give you guys any extra features. It was just gonna show support to ReptiPost. That's all it was gonna be. And it was just a way to show support to ReptiPost. And then I decided against it and I made a Patreon. And said, if you guys want to show support, join the Patreon. If you guys don't, it's still here. I didn't want anyone to feel different on the site saying, well, I'm a paid member, so I'm more important. I didn't want that. I didn't want that at all. So I went a little different.
Can you pull up the Patreon so we can just talk about it a little bit on what
on ReptiPost or our Fauna Classifieds?
Fauna class? Yeah,
Fauna Radio. Fauna Radio, let's talk about that, bro. Let's talk about it. Let's get off this ReptiPost thing. Guys, just know ReptiPost was number one. The first one out. Number one.
It'll always be number one.
So guess what? It doesn't matter. Reptile Media and Build Your Brand was built by ReptiPost. So I'm not a money grab. I just want to see it used. The Fauna Classified. I said Fauna Classifieds, didn't I? I said Fauna Radio's Patreon. I don't know what we should charge for it, but I was thinking that I was talking to you and I talked to a few other
$1 billion.
$1 billion. We want to do a radio show or a podcast. The reason a radio stuck in my head is when we first started this, before podcasting was a thing, it was all radio, like Blog Talk Radio and Blog Talk this, and now radio stuck in my head. Maybe we should rename it Fauna Podcast, but I don't. I like Fauna Radio. I don't know.
Fauna Radio is fine with me. I don't care.
Yeah. So, but we want to interview the tough interviews, guys. I talked about this last week. We want to interview the tough interviews, the people I don't want to be branded by Fauna Radio so much. So I want to hide it in a Patreon and have people actually, if they want to watch it, say, hey, yeah, we pay a small amount of money a month and we watch these interviews.
They could even put up questions and we can ask questions too.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll ask questions. I'll ask anything. I don't care.
And, we're not worried about hurting anybody's feelings over there either. No. So
and then they can't say that's in the public eye. It's behind closed doors. Yes, people can pay to see it. Yes, it can happen. But to give you an example, right when I said this last week, dude, guess whose name came up right away? Right away.
Let me think. Frank?
Frankie Poo. Oh, God. And, I mean, he's been so nice being out of my life. But Frank was part of it. So, who knows? I might bring him on and me and Andrew ask him the tough questions and say, hey, yo. Frank was the first one.
So, my question to the people are would you guys be willing to pay with, a couple dollars or whatever?
I just want it behind closed doors because I want Fauna Radio not to even be this. I don't even like doing what I did today. I'm upset with, I can
understand that though, because you just opened that and you got it going and then he goes and does something like that.
Yeah.
But his isn't free, so he doesn't have a market on there, does he?
Well, he does have a marketplace on there, but he owns Morph Market. And you really want to know what's really funny? I mean, the reason I think this is funny is he didn't have to do this in the first place. And Herp Social, you can import your Morph Market ads, but on Cold Blooded you cannot.
What's up with
here's
that?
my thing: is he's just taken this. He's seen that ReptiPost has taken off. He's seen that Herp Social taken off, and he's told me this. He wants to give Herp Social. He showed me no respect, guys. at some point and get. I need to reach out to you at some point and get a file to make some ReptiPost banners. I'd like to promote ReptiPost. Oh, dude, just let me know, Bam Bam. Seriously, just let me know. Anything ReptiPost related is 100% free for you guys to use. I will never sit there and say, "Oh, you're taking copyrighted material."
No.
Dude, anything you want, 100%. I got you, brother. Not a big deal.
That's
But
awesome.
but Darian, this is the funniest thing. He reached out to me and said he wanted to give Herp Social a run for its money. Didn't even give me the respect, and didn't say, "Hey, guess what?" You know, he threw Herp Social in there because and I'm like, dude, ReptiPost has been here before both you all. You know, I was
Yeah.
here. I was here doing this, and and what really gets me is I have friends that I thought were really close to me. I don't know. Maybe they still are. I shouldn't get upset about this, but I am. That says social media for reptiles is not going to work ever. It's never going to work. But as soon as Darian posted, they're all joining Darian's because Darian owns Morph Market. If you're Darian's friend, you're going to sell on Morph Market. It is disrespect. It is. I mean, because he could have came to me. Ready for this? I have a friend, and I'm not going to name his names, that doesn't like Darian and doesn't like Herp Social's people. The reason I don't say Herp Social owners is because one of them is not really known. Like, he's known, but he doesn't like to be in the drama. So that doesn't fly around these parts of Texas. That's what I'm talking about, homie. But he doesn't like it. But if Darian would have came to me and says, you have ReptiPost and you already got modifications, dude, I have a marketplace I'm still working on. It's not 100%, but dude, it's pretty hot. I mean, it's pretty hot, and it's going to be installed, and I'm just going to go to town. I didn't install it. I didn't push it. You want to know the reason I didn't push it? I didn't want to hit Morph Market. He's reaching more people, so he thinks that it might work out. He is reaching more people because he bought them. Oh, we're going to overcome it. We're going to overcome it. So here's what I'm saying. With ReptiPost, you don't get a political leader. I'm not going to give you my political views. I'm not going to sit there and put you down for your political views. We're a reptile site. We're not political.
It's made by the reptile keepers for the reptile keepers.
And I'm a legit reptile keeper. You can look my history up.
About reptile keepers. So, you know.
And it just upsets me that I got some friends that are sitting there enjoying his because he owns Morph Market. If he didn't own Morph Market, it would have never happened. So, I mean, it's whatever. It doesn't matter. I mean, what should I do? Buy Fauna Classifieds?
Yeah. But that would be, you know, the whole fauna forum would be cool.
Well, if I bought it and I just transferred it over there and just put their memberships over there.
Yeah. I think that'd be
there
great.
you guys go. This is what it is now. There you go. But
just make sure you make me a moderator, man. There's a few moderators over on the other place I'm not so sure about, but it is what it is.
Over where?
Yeah,
but I just took it personal that, I mean, literally he's saying, oh, his launch is Monday. He launched it today. The reason he pushed it out with all the bugs, he didn't know the bugs were there. He didn't know what the hell he was doing. And when he launched
it took you time to figure it out, and when you did, you had to work your butt off and you figured it out.
Yeah. And I'm a one-man team, guys. I'm sitting there just sitting here and figuring it out, guys. That's another difference. It's not a side gig for me. ReptiPost is my thing. Is it gonna? Do I want to make money with it? If it breaks even, I'm happy. If it breaks even, I'm happy. I got people advertising on it already. I have ready for this. You want to know how much Herp Social cares about me? Husbandry Pro is a paying advertiser.
Sweet.
100%. And then I got Shane as a paying advertiser. 100%. So I just hope that everyone sits there and recognizes that we are. Oh, my internet is all jacked up. Whatever. There we go. What's that? I wouldn't let that upset you. Just laugh at it and keep going. Oh, dude. What I was upset about, and it really got me. And I'll tell him. I'll tell him to his face. If he wants to come on here, I'll do that little thing and see what's up.
Good evening.
What up, creative? Oh, that's my homie right there. Let's see. Why is my internet so slow right now?
I don't know. Mine was slow earlier, but then I realized that it wasn't. But I fixed it. It wasn't plugged in. It was Wi-Fi in it, so I fixed it.
Yeah, so I'm not upset about it. Let's show some gecko feet fix and lighten the mood. That's what I'm saying. Let's get off this stupid topic.
Yeah, yeah.
But dude, I've been hatching out some freaking fire, dude.
That is awesome.
I've been hatching out some fire. Riddler. I'm selling my first like Riddler that I think's legit. Like it's different to friend. In at the Rothschild show. I think I'm gonna take him some different females that I have some Riddler stuff, and I'm gonna get him something good. I have. Let's see, what have I hashed that's been out there? I hashed it out some freaking clouded that are different. Like I don't have pictures. I might get pictures tomorrow. They're different. I did Gem Snow.
Yeah.
And they're different. I'm not saying anything about it. I've only hatched 3 of them. So it was 1 clutch and then a single egg clutch. But every single gem looks different. Screw Gecko Feet. Let's talk about launching Gecko only pages. When are we doing this? That's why I'm telling you, bringing the heat, brother. We got to do this, man. Only Gex. I do want to talk to you guys about Reptarians. When I say Reptarians, does people know what I'm saying? Like, it's a wordplay, like experience, reptiles, Reptarians.
Mm-hmm.
I rebranded the educational shows to Reptarians.
Oh, sweet.
And I got myself a 7 to 9 foot retic at Rothschild.
Is it calm?
Oh yeah, I have our male retic. It's coming from In Your Face Exotics. Really good people. Amanda's amazing. I love my boy. My boy is amazing. Like I could hand that to a child, and he's young and he'd be fine. So she has a retic. I believe she said between 7 and 9 foot. I think she said around 7 foot. And is blind. It has no eyes. So it's going to our educational. I have 200 plus gecko porn pics in ours. That's what I'm talking about. Nikki, you do know. Only Gex instead of OnlyFans. I love it. This is what I'm talking about, guys. Nikki is she has I don't know how if we can vote for it, but she drew a picture for the coloring book for US Arc.
Oh.
Yeah.
If we can vote for it, let's all go over and hit that up.
Yeah, I'm looking for that vote. And there's Heidi Bolds. So much is hopping. Heidi's going to be in the Rothschild too. We're going to rock all this out.
Awesome to see you too.
Heidi, you're going to be in Rothschild, right? I think she's going to be in Rothschild. She better be in Rothschild. I know she'll be in Fondy. I have some cool stuff coming. I'm thinking about that Clouded I hashed, because Clouded hasn't really done much for me this year. I'm hashing brown geckos. I'm like, whatever. It is the same. I kind of like it's there. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But then these Gem Snow Cloudeds, 2nd gen Gem Snow Cloudeds, they look different. It's kind of like the banding's really like the clouded darkness, like the deep chocolate look. And it looks like a brown highlighter. That's the best way I can explain it. Highlights the bands and goes and bleeds into those dark white, or not into bright white. It's really cool looking. My other gems don't look that way.
I have a few geckos that I hatched out at the end of last season that are really popping now as they're getting bigger. I'm just like, what the heck is going on here?
Well,
Mostly got blood in it though.
yeah,
Like
the blood will do that. So blood, it gets weird. It goes through a dark stage. I get people that yell at me all the time. They're like, "Oh, my blood looks ugly." I'm like, well, "Give it time and then go back."
Oh, it'll get better looking.
Build your brand. That's what I'm talking to you guys about. This build your brand. I formerly rode American Sunday. What's that? Want me to send a coloring page to you on Messenger? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. I plan to start building my brand. That's what I'm talking about. Unfortunately, not. Oh, she's not going.
She'll see you Friday though, she said.
Fondy, yeah, and Fondy. That's what I'm talking about.
And
yeah, Fondy. It's always good when Heidi's there. I just like Heidi because I can send. It gives me another person to buy geckos.
I hopefully, within a year or so, you'll be seeing me hatch out some hognose. That'll be interesting. I used to do it before, but then other things had come up. But now I'm rebuilding the hognose part of my side of my stuff.
So you got an Arctic het albino, and then you got an albino Arctic.
Arctic, yes.
So you can get super Arctics.
And then super
albino,
Arctic,
super
albino,
Arctics.
super Arctic.
Now, I was doing some research. Have you thought about adding sable into there?
Yes, but I got to get a sable. I don't have one. I've been looking because a sable would be awesome because then I can make them sunbursts and stuff like that.
Yeah, because Junior was on a podcast. I forget what podcast it was, and he was talking about sable. I'll get you that podcast. I just forget the title of it, but it's on my favorites. And Junior, and no one knows JMG Reptile, I don't know why.
He's awesome.
the dude is a freaking walking encyclopedia.
Especially when it comes to hognose. He still does this. I remember when he was a little kid doing the geckos. I really do. That's
Well, that's how I got into geckos.
You go back 20, 25 years when he was just a little kid doing geckos. I remember it like it was just. I was like, now I saw him in a video, and I'm like, he does his on not Facebook, but on his
TikTok.
Instagram or TikTok or something. I was like, man, that boy's grown up since then.
Yeah, he was talking about sable and talking about there were some that he didn't like the morph so much, but certain morphs he said they had a lot to do with it. Well, Arctic came from him.
Yep.
And he was talking about that. He's just a walking encyclopedia, but he's the one that sold me my first leopard gecko.
Oh wow!
I spent a lot of money on it. I was a snake guy. Everyone knows this. I bred ball pythons and colubrids and tons of stuff. And he sold me a super. Now I got some people on here, but this is like 2006, guys. 2007. Maybe it was even 2005. It was early. It was like
you go back 2000. That's almost 20 years ago if you think about it. That's been a long time ago.
But he sold me, and they were brand new, a Super Snow Enigma Het Tremper Albino and possible Het Eclipse. And I spent good money on it. And in the Super Snow Enigma, I produced, and I used to call them, I have videos. I saw JMG at Watson Expo in Utah back in the beginning of May. Dude, JMG is a freaking junior. I call Jeff Junior because I know senior. So there's Jeff Senior and Jeff Junior. So when I say junior, I might be one of the very few people of the crowd around him that say junior, dude, look. But I bought that Super Snow Enigma Het Tremper possible Het Eclipse, and I used to call them Kodam Snows. I wouldn't call them Max Snows because that's what Jeff called them. Those Kodam Snows. And that's how I got my name in geckos, is because back in the day, and I'll admit it, I was breeding Enigmas, and I was going after the Dreamsicle before it was a thing. I was going after that.
Now, his dad did geckos too, right? Am I correct?
Oh yeah.
That's
His
what I
dad
thought.
did geckos. Yeah, so it was him and his dad did geckos. They did blue tongue skinks, and his dad did a lot of corn snakes, and Junior did a lot of hognose. And the reason they succeed, and I'll say this to every single soul, is because they took their leopard gecko breeding talent and took it into other species, and they selectively bred. It wasn't, I just want the genetics. They would look at an animal and say, look at this highlighting, look at this, I'm going to breed that. And
He kind of reminds me of Justin Kabalka. Can look at a ball python and know what if he breathes after that, what he's going to get. It's
Talk
different.
about Justin. I seen on Ever Evolving Pythons YouTube, right? Ever Evolving Exotics or something like that.
No, evolving. Yeah, I
Yeah,
know what you
I'm
mean.
sorry. He's a big
Always
guy.
evolving.
Always
Always
evolving.
evolving. Miguel.
Yeah.
I got his phone. I talk to him all the time. He's a
Yeah,
pretty cool guy.
that dude there went to Justin's place. I think I could have ate off the floor in his
Oh yeah,
rodent room.
absolutely spotless.
In his rodent room. I am not joking. Miguel was sitting there. I'm not joking. He's like, oh yeah, and Justin's like, yeah, we mop it every night. Make sure it's this clean when we leave.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, his facility was spotless.
Spotless. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he Miguel's a great guy. I talked to him on the phone, and when we were having an auction, he bought the animal from the auction, and then he said, "Put it back up and donate it, and we're gonna go again." So it went twice, and
Yeah, I've been
he was a good
watching
guy.
some other people. Yeah, my internet's whacked in. So if I go fuzzy, guys, I'm sorry. My internet's been wacky today.
You seem fine. So
Yeah, so yeah, I got that little thing up in the thing saying warning. So
oh yeah,
now it went away. I'm gonna get a hold of Spectrum. They're dumb. But yeah, I mean, I've been watching some other people and watching other people's podcasts. I haven't been able to do that. If people don't know, I left my job. So,
I knew.
but yeah, you knew. I told you the day it happened. But I am taking. Okay, I'm gonna be selling Verizon phones. Because Verizon has different companies that sell for them. Okay, so I left one company as a multi-door manager, and I am working for another company making more money just being a salesman. I have no other responsibilities other than myself. I can go in, sell my phones, come home, do what
that's
I
a
need
lot
to
of
do.
stress release.
Oh yeah, and when I called this company up, and I applied, they were like, it was like instant hire. It was like I talked to the one person. She goes, "You got to talk to the regional director like now." And I'm like, "What?" She goes, "Got like 15 minutes. Can you meet with him?" I'm like, "Well, yeah." And he goes, "Yeah, this is just me talking to you. You're hired." I was like,
Can't
"Okay."
go wrong there.
So, yeah. So I should have more time, you know, and less stress because I don't have to get up and worry about the business side of it. I can just worry about myself.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm making more money. I actually making more money.
Can't go wrong there.
So yeah.
Would you like me to tell you why he keeps his facility spotless, especially the rat room?
I have no clue. He didn't talk
Okay.
about it.
About I don't know, 10, 15, maybe longer than that, years ago. He was showing a feeding video, and he was showing his facility where he breeds his own rats and stuff. And he opened up this tub, and he took a rat pup out, and he was showing everybody what size rat, and he tossed it back into the mother. Okay, just tossed it in there. Well, I bet you that video got 2-3 million views from PETA people saying he was mean, throwing animals around. It was crazy, man. He had to take the video down. It was absolutely insane how bad they treated him over just tossing the little rat pup in. And he tossed it in, and the mom came over and grabbed it and took it right back, and there was nothing wrong with it. But you guys should go look that up once. He might still have that video up. It's a great video.
That's the
And
weirdest thing in the world.
They just tore in, and I bet you millions of views and millions of hate comments, and how he's such an evil person. So he was like, oh my God, he couldn't take it. It was crazy.
So why would they? What that is PETA. PETA sucks.
Yeah. It was bad. It was really bad. And that had to be 15 years ago or something.
That's just messed up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking at it, and I mean, it's like insane because Brian. I'm stuck with pronouncing people's names. Brian
Cusco.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
He's got a pretty clean facility. I mean, it's not huge, but it's pretty damn clean.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, I ain't gonna say nothing.
I mean, yeah, I mean,
that's for a Fauna Radio
paid
prescription.
Radio. I was just saying what his facility looked like. because I've been really watching other people's stuff lately. I've been really going through and talking to some people, and I'm going to tell you guys this: I did not know, and I don't know if this is naive or this is just me not knowing. I knew there's drama. Okay, I know there's drama in the hobby. I know about the gecko drama because I'm one of, I don't like saying this, but I'm one of the larger gecko breeders in America. So I do know about the stuff going on. But oh my God, there's some stuff that goes on in the ball python world that's like, what the? Everyone says the ball python world is like no drama. I'm like, don't talk to that guy. Don't talk to this guy. If you talk to him, I'm not talking to you. And blah. I'm like,
that's with anything. And I mean, look at Blog Talk. Look at Reptile Radio, BT and Larry. They tore into somebody because the guy was selling his collection cheap because his daughter had cancer and he had to get out. And I mean, they completely went crazy on him.
It's weird.
And then you drove him crazy because he didn't listen to you and bought all those geckos and bred them all. And he was like, they're popping out.
I still remember that. Because Larry and BT didn't like me.
They don't like anybody.
Because I flipped. I used to buy people's animals and sell them, but I bred too. I did it all. I actually had to buy to keep up with my customers. And and he was gonna buy geckos, and I wasn't even big in geckos at the time. I mean, I was just with Junior, so everyone that knew me, it was because of Junior and JMG, okay? And I was like, dude, I wouldn't breed them enigmas, bro. I got some issues.
I'll never forget that.
And I posted it publicly, and then all of a sudden he dumped money because everyone thinks geckos went for a lot of money today.
You should have seen them back then. I remember.
Leopard geckos.
What was that? That was about 15 years ago, right? Or longer.
Yeah, 15, 16 years was money. Like money. A super snow. I was selling super snows at $250, $300.
Mm-hmm.
And that was back then. And people were just like eating it up. And so he dumped all this money in because he was a ball python breeder. Ball pythons, make money, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, I'm going to go into the gecko world. And he hatched out them enigmas, and that one was spinning on this table.
I will never forget it.
It was spinning on his table. And I'm like, put it away. That's why it's spinning. They spin when they get stressed out. Just put them away. But,
and I remember you right away. I told you not to do that.
Yeah, I'm like, don't what the?
I was laughing. And then he got all set because he put all he goes, I don't know why I'm putting all this money out. And he was putting all this money out for his collection and to do the radio, the reptile radio and all.
Yeah.
And he wanted people to pay, and nobody would pay, and it was crazy. And then BT did all that champagne stuff and thought he could breed champagne to champagne. He put thousands into champagnes, and next thing you know, he was in trouble.
That was a tough one too. I'm honestly, Heidi's probably gonna tease me about this one. I'm thinking about doing ball pythons.
There ain't nothing wrong with it. I'll be honest with you. I don't want to go big with ball pythons. I got a few, but ball pythons are fine. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. You're a snake guy to begin with, and it wouldn't hurt any.
You want to know what made me do it? I have ball pythons at my shop. Okay, I got them. They're retics. But I don't want to breed retics. I just don't feel that me breeding retics would be a smart move.
No, well, you got people like Jay who breed them by the thousands, man.
So I don't need to breed these retics. So I was like, ball pythons. My daughter likes ball pythons, and I'm looking at them, and I put numbers together all the time. That's what I do. I
know. If I say something to you, 10 minutes later, I get a text that's mile long with all the numbers breakdown. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah, if I can breed ball pythons and average $225 a piece, I could breed ball pythons profitably.
So $200 a piece, you said? Is that
around $200, $225 a piece, I could breed profitably. Now everyone's gonna be like, they don't sell for that. Well, I'm not looking to do $1,000 morphs. I'm not looking to do $3,000. I'm looking to do like the $200 to $500 morphs. That's what I'm looking for. It's a $200 to $500 morphs. I honestly don't want to make $15,000 animals. I have no interest in that.
Mm-mm.
I'm looking for something I can take to a reptile show and I can say, hey, here's a ball python for $250. And it's an albino. If that's what albino, and someone's gonna say, albinos go for more. I don't know. Here's an albino ball python. They're $250. Here you go. I'm gonna do rules like I'm not gonna breed spider.
No.
I'm not gonna breed the wobblers, stuff like that, or the dead genes. I probably won't do. I talked to Brian a little bit about scaleless, and he said if you keep them really, really dry until they need to shed, and when they still go into blue, you mist them down and get the humidity up. They do better. But I don't want to add to that because I mean, as a breeder, we might be able to do it, but a kid or someone. So I don't think I'm doing scaleless.
No. Yeah. And what's his name was talking about? What the heck's his name? I'm trying to think of his name. He's in a wheelchair. Used to do ball pythons. He's out now. I'm gonna think of what his name was. He's really big into it too. Oh man. But he did a lot of scaleless stuff. And what happened was he said it was tough because the scaleless stuff is tough once it comes time to shed and stuff like that. It wasn't easy. A lot of work.
Yeah, that's what Brian was saying. Let me see, because it was just the other day. I didn't talk to Brian too much today. I talk to Brian almost every day now, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, keep the scaleless ball pythons dry until they need to shed, and mist them down, and keep the humidity up until shed, and they seem to do a lot better.
That almost destroyed Justin. I mean, Brian too. Is that whole scaleless thing that went down? Remember that?
Yeah. That's why the Brian, and if people don't know, he's made it public. It's on his Twitter. He cut his hair. That's tough. That's really hard.
Mm-hmm.
He cut his hair. He's losing his hair. He'll. I told him he's still beating it though. But I mean, the guy's been through so much. I mean, think about now that I just think about it. I mean, he's a guy that breeds in racks, right? Like any other breeder.
Mm-hmm.
But he got slammed for it.
Oh yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with breeding in racks.
Mm-mm.
Justin breeds in racks. I breed in racks. All these, but for some reason, because Brian puts it on online every day, he got slammed for it,
Which was stupid.
Yeah, and so now Brian's like, I'm gonna get. I mean, he had to get rid of his colubrids, guys.
That hurt because that was one of his big things too.
If you don't know who Brian Barczyk is, the colubrids, the dudes bred colubrids people dream about breeding. So he got rid of a lot of his colubrids, and so now he's got ball python. But look at his reptile zoo. You tell me another person that does that. And then I didn't know this because my kids and my wife watch Brian every day.
Mm.
I watch Brian when I can, and I watch more of them now. But every animal in the reptarium is handleable. He'll get them out.
Yeah,
Do you know how much work that is?
I can just imagine.
And then he was put up. He's doing some wordplay. I talked to him about reptarians today. He's doing some wordplay. Legacy, spelling it the normal way, or legacy, Lega and then SEA. I love that legacy. The Shark Tank. I'm so excited about the Shark Tank because I'm a shark guy too. The Shark Tank. Oh my god.
When I had the pet store, I used to do sharks.
You have sharks there?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of sharks do you have?
Nurse sharks. They were pretty cool. I thought they were cool anyway.
I would think they're cool. Any shark's cool. I think, don't quote me, I think Brian's getting black tips.
Yep. That's what most people do now.
Yep.
But yeah, we did them. They were cool.
So, I mean, we were just the things that he's the reason I'm changing up a little bit and pushing forward and not caring if I step on toes. And it's not caring if I step on toes, but as long as I'm kind to everybody, I need to push forward. Um,
You give everybody a chance. That's all you can do.
give everyone a chance. I mean, that's why I felt slapped in the face with what Darian did. It, like, asked me to fix his stuff.
That takes. Can I say this? Balls.
Yeah, I mean, he asked me to
I'm
fix it.
serious.
He kind of even said, he goes, "I know this is counterproductive for you, but I'd pay you money." And my exact words to him was, like, you don't have enough money to pay me,
I'd have
because it's
said.
not about money.
I'd have said $2 million.
If Darian would have came to me, now I'm going to tell you this right now, if Darian wouldn't have been posting the memes and all this other stuff and giving that hard, but if he was on Morph Market and he goes, "I want to do a social media," and he would have came to me and says, "What does it take to do, add to Morph Market, and we combine the two?" I would have told him I would be paying for hosting for this site and not making any money.
Mm-hmm.
So I need some way for it to cover itself. And I want total control of ReptiPost. I want it to be where it's freedom. You're not going to do this. I don't want that drama part. And I would have talked to him about it. But then to come to me and say, "Fix the site," I was like, whatever. Screw that.
Let me ask everybody here after you're done. I'll wait till you're done.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was going to ask everybody a question. What do they think of the way ReptiPost? Not ReptiPost, but Morph Market is set up now. I like the way it used to be, but I don't know if anybody likes the way it is now.
I can tell you what I think. I think it's too complicated. This is me personally. I think
That's what I was thinking. It's too complicated of a thing now.
So, if I go to Amazon, it's very simple. And let's be honest, that's what Morph Market's supposed to be, is the Amazon of reptiles. Because how many people say, "I bought off of Texas Kid Reptiles," but they go, "No, I bought off Morph Market. I bought off Morph Market." So Morph Market has more of an Amazon feel. It's not, you go there, it's just like, I bought a Burmese off Morph Market. I bought a retic off Morph Market. That's how it is. So all these buttons, everything, they need to simplify it. And that's why I do like the heart thing. They made it where you can favorite your posts, or someone's post. I do like that. I'm not going to just slam everything that he's doing. But the wild caught thing, ready for this? Though you have to walk the line. I got to walk the line. Money talks. It's complicated. I took down all the available this week. I promise you, Chris, I'm telling you, the marketplace I have coming is going to be, I'm not going to say it's going to be game changing. It's going to be the almighty, but it's going to fit what I'm kind of saying, and it's going to fit in really well. So an everyday breeder knows what maturity is, weight is, sex is, and all this other stuff. But if I'm just a person, I want a pet ball python. How hard is it going to be to find that pet ball python?
I don't like the way they got it set up now, where you have to go over and punch into more if you're looking for, instead of being able just to go through and look.
Yeah, no, you can still look. You just got more buttons to hit now.
Yeah. Well, I know you can still look, but if I want to go look at specific things, I can't just. It used to be where you would set it up. Yeah.
So if you go to morphmarket.com now, that's what the front page is, morphmarket.com.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go to geckos, that's where it is. I don't know if I have mine set up that way now, though. But most people used to this.
Yes.
They're used to that. So you got to go up and hit traits more. So he wanted to go to listings. I love the heart thing. That's an amazing feature. But all this bloatware can be gone.
Mm-hmm.
With a searchable drop, when you hit searches, you can then go to searches and click what you want. Here, keyword search, category search, location search, price search. He's trying to make it an Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Or an eBay. He's trying to take Amazon and eBay, put it together. I get it. It's all, but I just think it's kind of too hard to. I don't know who this is, guys, so I don't know. Who is this? Southwest Geckos LLC. So you inquire to buy. what I don't like is I just the feel's different. I don't know. There's some things I like about it, some things I don't. I know the crocodilian people got upset.
Why you took them down?
They're hidden now.
Mm.
Yeah, see, he's saying it's complicated too. See, it's
Now,
complicated.
if it's hidden, how do you find it?
I've never tried. I think you just got to search. Let's see, croc. I don't know. Maybe they took them down altogether.
Mm-hmm.
But now here's what I'm saying, and this is just. Other people said this. If you take down crocodilian, why is retic still here? Why is Burmese still here? Because the same thing. So, and I'm not saying that any of this should be taken down. I think all of it should be up. It should be a free market, and it's on mine, being a seller, to be responsible about who I sell to. That's what I feel. Tree boas, emerald tree boas are really touchy. Is there a warning on those?
Iguanas.
Iguanas are another one that takes it. How about these three venomous? There's no such thing as a non-venomous spider, tarantula, or scorpion.
Nope.
So I don't know. I don't agree with everything he's doing. He must have his way, but as you guys see, I'm not banned anymore. I am not banned. I was banned. I don't care what he says. It is complicated. Too much traffic, extra stuff. I just want marketplace to sell. The collection features and other stuff is too much. See, and that's what I'm looking for, guys. I am going to make Reptile Post Market very simple. And when I say simple, it doesn't mean it don't have features. I want it to be very simple for the buyer and the seller alike. So you guys can go there. I'm working on storefront pages. I'm going to give you guys another piece of info. I'm looking to make it where you guys can use Reptile Post everywhere. I got to get in because I'm a one-man band, so I literally have a book. A friend of mine said I need to get a storyboard, and I probably do. It'd probably make it easier, but I got a book, and I literally have it prioritized. And when someone gives me something that they want, or if it's a bug, bugs get fixed instantly. Instant. I start on it. But I start working on features. I just start working on them. I start working. So I think that he should have stuck with Morph Market and made Morph Market better.
And before branching out.
Yeah. So now Morph Market has a social media site, has a forum on Morph Market, has a Morph Market classifieds, Morphpedia. I don't know. What's up, Adam? Are you supposed to be sleeping? Straight to the point. That's my homie. Bam Bam knows what's up too, homie. Bam Bam knows what's up. What's up, Adam? You need to
Adam.
He's got 2 shows this weekend.
Wow.
He's gonna be.
He's
driving.
I hope they're huge successes, Adam.
I hope he sells out, man. I hope. Guess what? I hope you have a problem, Adam. I hope you sell out the first one and you go to the other one just to talk.
That's a big problem.
That's a good one to have.
That's a good one to have, but yeah.
You guys want to know what I did today? Oh, I made new chow. Just bagged it up today.
I need to get some.
Yeah, I'm working at Miller. I'll just send you some. I just gotta get your address again, and I sealed them. I'm a girl now. I went to Goodwill. See, it says Goodwill, and I bought one of these hair straightener thingies, and that's how I seal my bags. I bought this hair straightener. I don't know if it's a good deal or not. The ladies can tell me. It was $2.99, and I don't know if it's a good brand or not. But it gets hot and it seals the bag, so I could care less. But yeah, I made chow. I am working on getting this shippable where it makes sense, guys. I am working on it. The price point of $5 a pound is about going rate for chow. I changed this. This is my newest production. I added 2 more ingredients and removed one. I tested it for 6 months with my own colonies, and I have a new one that is. This actually starts gut loading your your stuff, so you can just use this.
So, can we ask which one you removed and which ones you added, or is it like a secret?
I added yeast.
Mm-hmm.
I added. Then I used a non-sugar cereal.
Mm-hmm.
I took that away. That was garbage. They were leaving it behind. I didn't know what it was at first. I was like, "What is this?" And as soon as I took that cereal out, it nothing gets left behind anymore.
There you go. Mm-hmm.
And then I started getting a oat flour that I add to it too, 100% organic oat flour. So the oat flour in here is oats. It's just oats powdered down. So I add that with other whole oats because the reason I want different textures in here is the adults can eat the slightly bigger stuff, and I sift everything. Everything's sifted, but the powder, the flour is good for the babies. They can eat that stuff. So, and then the premium stuff for breeding is coming out. I would say maybe in the next 3 to 4 months. I'm going to do that, but it needs to be refrigerated. Because I add citrus to it. I add dried citrus to it. But once that gets opened up, it needs to be refrigerated. And but that's going to have a citrus to it. So don't feed that to animals that you're going to feed off. But yeah, the chow's been exciting. I've been really working on chow lately.
I see your wife's tortoise is gaining some major weight.
Oh, the
It's getting
Adalbert?
big.
Yeah, it's like 330, 333.
333. I was like, wow.
Yeah, and what's the funny thing is we found out how rare them are. I was talking to another tortoise person, and I said, I need another one. And he goes, Gary, you're the only one in Wisconsin that has one. I was like, what? I was like, oh.
I think when you guys got it, wasn't it like under 100 grams?
Yeah, we got it at 71 grams, and we got it up to 100 grams, but then it lost 30 grams and went back down to 70.
Oh.
And we were scared we were going to lose it because a baby Adalbert tortoises are very touchy. So we emailed everyone we could and talked to them, and we took the squash away. So it was going through its food and eating squash. We just fed greens. That's all. It gets treats now, but it gets greens and a Missouri diet. We go with Missouri, and the thing just started taking off again. We were worried we were going to lose, a thousands and thousands of dollar animal.
Oh yeah.
And I was scared there for a little bit, but yeah, the Missouri diet. We have Missouri diet for all our tortoises, which is amazing stuff. I do use calcium and Vionate on them too, which is fine. And then we mostly greens, so they get greens, and then they get the Missouri the next day, and then they get greens and Missouri. So it's been working good. Captain Kennan helped us out a little bit. Kennan helped out.
Yeah, he's cool.
But I didn't know. I mean, I knew they were rare, but I didn't know how rare they were to have an Adalbra personally. Because we want another one. We need to get another one. They're very social animals. This 330 gram animal knows us, comes right up to us now.
Yeah, that's cool.
Not scared of us at all. I was like, hey, how you doing? So we want to get another 300 to 400 gram animal.
Now, what's your plan for when it gets larger? Because it's going to get larger.
We'll have the zoo. We would have a spot for it.
Okay.
So we're looking to purchase a home.
Okay.
And the land. And we'll have. I don't know if we're moving the zoo back on property when we do that. But we're actually looking to move the zoo now. I'm looking to go full go. I don't know exactly how the funding's all going to work, but one of my friends that has worse issues than I have is pushing forward with it, and he don't know where the funding's coming from either. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Reptarians is going to help out the educational programs. I reached out to Amanda, and I asked Amanda, I was like, I don't have any large snakes. I need that game changer large snake. And she says, I got you, Gary. I'm like, all right. She goes, you want me to bring it to Rothschild? And I'm like, yeah, but, asked for some details. And then she emailed me the other day, messaged me on Facebook, and her page got taken down. Go figure. Go figure. It was like perfect. It wasn't perfect. I wish it wasn't taken down. But In Your Face Exotics page got taken down. She had a large following.
Hmm.
So now she's on ReptiPost, so she can't be taken down anymore.
No.
And she says, I got this 7 foot female, 7 to 9 foot female, and she's blind. Would you be interested in that? You don't have to. I'm like, well, yeah. I mean, being blind doesn't bother me.
Mm-mm.
Um, and so we're gonna go with that. And I can't wait to get it. I literally
No.
can't wait. I'm like waiting. And she
It'll be
says,
very cool to
sweetheart.
see.
Yeah, so we're gonna have that as an ambassador animal too. And how I'm gonna do Reptarians is I got levels for Reptarians. I have the website up, kinda. Um, but I'm gonna allow you to pick your 6 animals because I got one package you can bring 6 animals, one you can bring like 10, and one you can bring like 12. And because too many animals, it's no fun. And
Mm-mm.
then they can pick one big animal with this basic package, 2 big animals, or 3 big animals. Because the big animals are the big, they take time. Uh, and we got our 7 foot retic that I'm not even sure how big it's gonna get, but I don't care. I don't care if it gets 20 feet.
Mm-mm.
Um,
It'll be cool.
yeah, and I have no interest in breeding them ever, so uh, yeah, I'm excited about it. But on Reptarians, I'm gonna have a profile page for every animal that you can have come, and then I'm gonna be different than any other uh, educator party person. You can do custom, even if you buy a package, you can customize it a little bit for yourself. In my top package, I'm gonna give grab bags to kids, um, birthday gift to kids. So let's say the kid wants a ball python instead of a leopard gecko. With your package, I'll go get a ball python. I'll go get a ball python, the caging, all that in the package. Of course, they're going to
Mm.
pay for it, but in the
Yeah,
package, I'll have it there wrapped up and bring it, and it'll be there for the child.
that's a
And
good that's a good way of doing things. I like it.
so
I really do.
hopefully that we can do some tortoises too that way, but we do like the hermins or breadfoots, the good ones, and keep them away from sulcatas and adabras. And I am working to get a Galapagos though. I'm working on it, but
That would be cool.
I want to have the facility. I'd be one of the only personal collections in the world that has all 3 big.
Yeah.
Now there are breeders down in Florida that has them all and all that. I get that. I'm saying
I
a
don't know.
personal collector.
Bob Clark might have some.
Yeah,
He loves his Aldabras. So
the Aldabras are not. You can get them. You can if you know where to go. You can get them. The people that have them will ask you a ton of questions and make sure you're gonna be able to do what you need to do. But yeah, we're happy with our Aldabra, and Mimsy's getting huge.
yeah, I could just imagine.
So we have some more sulcatas. We got the redfoot. We got Groot. He's a redfoot. We got cherryhead. So we got tons of different tortoises. Um, so I'm going to push that educational thing, and my base package is $250.
That ain't bad though.
No, $250 gets you a party, gets you coming in, and I kind of went off other people. I stole from other people's pricing, and that's
Mm.
where it usually starts as $250. So, and I want to be more. I'm gonna have like a party way where it's like, oh, this is a party. It's for kids, touchy feely. This. Then I'm gonna have the educational thing where I actually work with teachers and saying, okay, you're talking about Asia or you're talking about Africa. I'll bring African species or I'll bring Asian species or European species. We can talk about it.
If I were to get like a tortoise of any kind, it would have to be an Egyptian tortoise.
The
They stay.
stars. The stars.
No, an Egyptian. A
Just-
plain Egyptian. Yeah, they
just a
stay
plain?
small about this. They stay about the size of a softball.
I'm gonna look it up real quick because I don't know what that is. I don't. Oh, okay. I see it.
They're
Yeah.
real tiny.
So they get 3 to 4 inches.
That's it, full grown.
So they're Testudo Clamani. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right.
I wouldn't even know how to pronounce it, but they're cool. There's a guy here in Arizona, I believe, breeds them, and he keeps them in like a 4 foot long cage, and with sliding glass doors and all.
Oh, Tortoise Town is not real. Tortoise Mart is not real. I'm Trying to see if we can find one. There's so many websites that are fake when you go into tortoises.
Oh, I know.
So if you guys are out there, if anyone's watching this and you guys are trying to buy a tortoise and you're going online and you're wanting a tortoise, I can send you to the right people, or send me the site you're looking at. I'll tell you if it's fake. They like some of these are just really fake. Maybe Tortoise Town is not the fake one. There's one that's like Tortoise Town that's fake as can be.
Yeah.
I'd have to look into this because some do not. I think Tortoise Town is fine. I think Tortoise Town is good.
I know they're pretty pricey, these little guys, but they're small. They're real tiny. I mean, I consider 4 inches small for a tortoise, full grown. And that's on the large side.
Oh, Tortoise Town is in New York, New Jersey. I'm confused, but I'll look it up later. I'm good. I'm good.
Yep. Plain old Egyptian. But if you guys want to do that, that'd be pretty cool for your educational place. You could show how full-grown Egyptian and against
that
Aldabra. It's like, yeah,
100%. And when it comes to cost, once we get going, the cost of the animal is not going to be that big a deal. I mean, we got the Aldabra. That was a hefty bill, bro.
I could just imagine.
That was a hefty one. And then when it got shipped, he goes, the person says, "Do you want it held at the facility? Because we kind of want that." And I'm like, "Yes, we want it held at the facility."
Yeah, of course you do.
And I was like, "I know them personally. They'll know me. Just tell them it's for Gary, and they'll know." He goes, "Really?" I'm like, "He did." I'm like, "Yeah, they knew." I'm like, "I see him 4 times a week."
Yep.
So they asked there if they would, because usually I'll open them there. Like I open Memphis there and stuff like that when I get stuff in. And I said, "Sorry, I can't. This is for my wife, and she's not here, so I got to take it so she can open it."
Yeah, so she can open it and be surprised. Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah, I'm looking at getting a new Memphis, though. I think I'm ready for that. We'll get a new Memphis.
That'll be cool to see, too. Hopefully it doesn't get lost at Memphis for so long.
Oh, jeez. That was such a bad... Oh, you just had something lost, didn't you?
Yeah, the hognose snakes, they got stuck in Memphis for overnight. And then I was on there looking, and every site I went to that shipped out geckos or anything, every animal was stuck in Memphis the same day, 24 hours. They don't want to say why, but every animal was stuck there. Every single one, no matter what it was.
Open? Was it opened, or was it still sealed?
It was sealed.
Because they have to put that. Well, I don't know, say they have to, but they put that tape usually so it was inspected.
No, it was completely sealed.
Because when I get venomous in, when I used to get venomous, they used to inspect that crap all the time. Mm-hmm. I'm like, you guys are stupid enough to open it. You go, have fun. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah. No, it was sealed 100%. It wasn't open, tampered with at all. But then there was a bunch of people got geckos that were stuck there for 24 hours and ball python. I was on a bunch of places on Facebook, and they all had people who always getting stuff. Same thing, said the same thing. Exact same thing as mine said. It came in fine. I wasn't worried about them because they're hognose, they're North American colubrids, so they would do fine. But I was worried about people with ball pythons and geckos and stuff. So
yeah, the heat to kill them too much. Heat. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing ball pythons. I haven't decided what.
I think you would do good. I think you'd do good at it. Well, I know you would do good at it, but I don't think there's anything wrong with it. You don't, you're not going to go with the $10,000 animals you said. So
I was looking on Morph Market. No joke. And I was looking at just the price, the cheapest to the cheapest to the most expensive. Mm-hmm. And I put in adults. So I'm there, and I'm like rocking it out, and I can get myself let's see, where was it? A fire female, a proven fire female for $50. $50. Oh.
There you go.
$50 for a proven fire female.
Yeah, but how old is she? For one,
it doesn't say. It doesn't say.
They do go from having 10 eggs to having 3.
She's laying there. He said that she laid a clutch this year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then
That's about average.
I kept looking. So I'm gonna go because I was like, males are cheap. Who cares? Males are, you can get males. So I was looking at like females, a lot of spider stuff, a lot of spider stuff.
Oh yeah, because everybody's trying to get rid of it because they don't want to mess with it too much. It does limit a lot of morphs though, because like the combination stuff.
A proven pastave, female pastave, $150 or yeah, $150.
That looks like a butter to me. I could see it down there in the corner when you put it up.
Yeah, this one, where'd it go? I just
Right
had it.
there.
There it is.
Oh,
Yeah, that one right there, pastave.
there's nothing wrong with it because Adam has some ball pythons. Christian, Texas
I
kid,
was
he has
thinking
ball
about
pythons.
talking to Chris and Adam. I'm thinking about talking to them both and saying, "Hey, what do you got? Maybe we can do some swapping, buying stuff like that, just to get me started. Just like a 1.2 group, see how I do."
Mm-hmm.
I bred before. I bred ball pythons
Oh,
before.
yeah.
I mean, the prices are totally different. Like everything's got spider. Everything's got spider in it. Bumblebee this, bumblebee that,
Do that.
bumblebee this. But there was, now if I go to males, because I was like, oh, get a normal. All these normals are cheap. So if I go back to here and I go to male adults, there was one in
30
here. I was
bucks, 40 bucks.
like, yeah, normal, possible head albino. But there was one in here. I was like, what in the world? Russo het clown, $50.
Look at that one from Texas Kid. There you go. You
I
might
have
think
a
it,
1,000-gram Pistave for 400 right now. See, look at that. I had no
you
clue.
yeah, you can get it and do a good deal, breed that in a couple, like in less than a year.
That is cheap.
Oh, but I hit what's up. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. I wouldn't have taken it out. Female. See, that's what I'm saying. I didn't know that they were this cheap. Like it's
Yep.
insane to me.
And that's because everybody's going to that real super expensive stuff. But you know what? You can ease yourself into some of that. Like just buy one to add like Orange Dream to stuff. And you know what I mean? Stuff like that. Just to ease your way into some of it.
Like I just wanted male ball python genetic stripe. Obviously, she wants. I need some space. Oh,
Needs to
geez.
see that.
So I was like up here, like the yellow belly hat clown. I get yellow belly, but this one says yellow belly or asphalt. I don't know what that all is about. But there was one on here that had like four. Like it was insane. Like here, it's a yellow belly pinstripe ready to breed. There was one on here yesterday. I was like, that thing's insane, and it was like $150, $200. So when we get there, I'll see it. I was like, are you kidding me? And because I look at the picture, I don't even look at the genetics. I look at the picture. I'm a gecko guy. Enchi vanilla hypo male, $100.
Mm-hmm. Vanilla gene is a reducer, and the Enchi brings out the messes with the pattern a little bit, color.
I mean, this is just insane. Right here. A champagne is $112. I know champagne's a bad gene, but
it's not really a bad gene if you don't put it into another champagne or a spot nose or things like that. That Mojave there is really nice. The one for 115 is right there. That's nice looking Mojave. It's dark.
So I mean, for right now, I could get for $500 basically.
David, what's up?
I can make blue. What's up, David? What's up, dude?
Blue-eyed Lucy's.
Make blue-eyed Lucy's.
You know what you need?
I don't know what blue-eyed Lucy's go for.
You need to get a Oh, I had it in the top of my head there a minute ago. Give me a minute. I'll think of it again.
Like right here, this is the one. A super pastel leopard male. That thing's insane looking for $125.
Oh yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
I don't know what a leopard is. I mean, I guess it messes with the pattern, but
yeah, it's.
So the leopard gecko brain is going off in my head, saying that's cool looking. I could work with that. I could do something with that. And of course, I want to get eggs right away, so I want to buy adults. But super pastel, I'm smart enough to know that them are dominant. So initially dominant, super pastel is the dominant form. Is leopard recessive?
No, you breed a leopard to a normal, you'll get some leopards. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. But you could take a you could buy a young male, really young male, and get it up to size pretty quick.
Yeah, I could do that too. I mean, there's just so much. I'm just sitting here looking. Everything spider's cheap though.
I think he's working on you.
See, I'm going to talk to you, Chris. I'm just going to talk to you, Chris, see what I can do. Um, who knows? I might start going big and just start breeding it. Leopard is codon. Okay, so there we go. Okay. So it's got a super form. So there's a super leopard?
Yep. I know. You know Ed? Remember Ed, the paper guy that we had on?
Yeah.
He produced this animal that was a super leopard, super cine, something else. There was all kinds of stuff in it. It has one little black spot over its eye. The rest of it's bright white, and it's got normal colored eyes. It's really weird looking. It's pretty cool.
David's local. That's right. David is local too. But like a super vanilla Mojave pastel. So that's super vanilla is 2 copies of vanilla, a Mojave,
Yep.
and a pastel. So you're getting 4 genes right there for $150.
Yeah. A vanilla is a color reducer, an enhancer too. It's like the fire gene, but when you do a super fire, you get the pure white snake, the black eyed Lucy. But when you do a super vanilla, you don't. It's just really bright like that.
I reached out to some ball python breeders because I got questions. So now,
Oh, GHI. That's what I was going to tell you. GHI, you got to have it. You got to put it in there, man. But there you go, Texas kid. Look what he just posted.
what do you got? I'm letting go of a firefly GHI female, not a yellow belly clown. What?
Pretty cool
Jeez,
stuff.
jeez. I'm gonna have to talk to you, bro. I'm gonna talk to you, bro. We gotta see what we're gonna do. But yeah, I've thought about getting into ball pythons, and I don't want to get. Okay, this is why. I've thought about. I've knocked it around to like Heidi and some other people that I thought about just breeding back the wholesale geckos because I am making less money not breeding wholesale. It's happening.
If you got to do it, you got to do it.
So, but I don't know if I want to wholesale. Do I just take these geckos to the reptile expos and sell them for $50 a piece to $60 a piece or $75 a piece and say pet geckos? And the reason I say that is I'll give the genetics. I'll give them. So they'll have genetics. So if they want to breed down the road, if they get involved, they'll have it. Gary, you should get into Asian rat snakes. A bamboo rat. Really?
Well, Asian rat snakes, like the bamboos and stuff like that, they kind of are easy to breed, and they produce they'll breed and breed and breed and breed. It's crazy. But yeah, no. And you know what else is good about doing ball pythons? You're going to do the zoo, right? So you'll be able to have kids there when stuff is pipping and coming out of the egg. That would be great educational stuff.
And see, and it's not the money factor. It's I don't know. It's someone that told me because I was talking about this the other day with them, and I was talking to Brian about it, and he understood what I said. I'm a leopard gecko breeder that looks at color and how to mess with things so much, and now I look at ball pythons. I'm like, there's a lot going on, and I'm just like, what can I do? What if I selectively bred ball pythons?
I think it would be huge. You could be huge at it.
I mean, what if I said that's the color I want? And I mean, and let's be honest. I mean, if we're gonna be, it's gonna be a business. You got to make money. You got to turn black.
Yep.
Like I know what I got to sell geckos for. So I know what I got to sell them for to make money. I know what I got to. But ball pythons. Now the other factor is ball pythons. If they don't sell at a year, you can't sell them a year old for $50. Unless they're breeders, of course. I guess you made your money already. But
yeah,
I mean, I'm looking at this, and I mean, I can get a breeding pair of ball pythons right now for $300 and make some stuff.
Yep. Hey, you can't go wrong. I'm telling you, you can't go wrong. Ball pythons are not dropping, and they're not going to fall off the market. It's the big cornerstone, and a lot of people don't like to hear that, but ball pythons are a huge cornerstone of the entire reptile industry. It's absolutely huge.
I had no clue that this was this much stuff, guys. I had no clue. I at ball pythons. I mean, I love you guys. You guys are amazing people, but that shows I would like, ball pythons. Oh, that one's cool. Oh, that one's cool. And I always used to tease them, saying, hey, how do you make money? I think setting a higher standard for wholesale is where we're headed, and I'm all for it. Healthy geckos with simple genetics listed at a very competitive price to change. That's what I would love to happen. Dude, Chris, I am talking to you, Texas. You my homie. I'm going to talk to you. I mean, I'm not looking, like I said, I'm not looking to get into the thousands and $1,000 animals. I just want to mess with some genetics. I just want to mess with it.
Do you know what I liked about ball pythons? There's no
What's that?
set season. There's no set season. No set anything. It's just you go with it.
Really? So, how many of you guys use ultrasound, or do you guys just use the old? I used to just feel for the
That's what I did. I always
follicles.
palpated.
Yep.
Doot, 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 doot.
I mean, I hear people that. I mean, I was watching. I know someone's gonna throw a fit about this too. I was watching Kevin the other day, and he let a retic, incubate the eggs all year.
Mhm. Some people do that, and it's not really hard. It's not bad, but the problem is the animal won't eat while they're
Ooh,
incubating. So,
he just bought one. Okay, so I was looking at that. I mean, geckos are so easy to do, guys.
mhm.
Geckos are. I mean, I flip them up. You see the pink, ready to rock.
You don't even really have to palpate your ball pythons either. My method was when I was doing it pretty good. It was I paired them up and I paired them up until they stopped pairing. Once they stopped pairing, they went into shed. Boom, bam, there you go. And I always was very successful at it.
I'm just thinking about. I mean, when I was talking to someone else, they said, "Gary, you're going to make a lot of money with ball pythons." I'm like, "Well, that's not the reason I want to do it. I just want to mess with genetics. If I make money, cool beans. I just want to mess with genetics and see if I can make something cool." Uh, and
You
then
can pick
corn
up an
snakes.
ultrasound too,
Yeah, I'm thinking about corn
pretty
snakes
cheap.
too.
Corn snakes are always fun. I have a buddy here who does corn snakes big time. He used to. He's slowing down now because he's been doing it for so long. But when I would go over his house, he would have. I built him a beautiful incubator and stuff, and he was sitting there saying, "Yeah, see that addition to the house over there?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Corn snakes paid for it." I'm like, "Holy crap!"
And that's really hard with me without wholesaling geckos. I can't. I mean, I'm not making what I did. Like, I'm not.
No,
And I don't know if it's because of ReptiPost. I don't know if it's because the other directions I'm going were the money. But yeah, it's just like it's different this year than last year. And everyone's like, "Well, you're
hmm
not selling it enough." No, I'm selling what I produce. Yeah, I don't have a problem selling what I produce. It says I don't produce enough.
yeah,
Like I'm not producing enough for my clientele, and I've already told my some wholesale clients when the contract ended, I was like, I'm not going to wholesale anymore. And I'm wondering if I mean that was a nice little chunk of change.
yeah. You,
Uh,
you go back to it. If you were doing good at it, do it. There's nothing wrong with it.
Red stripe, yellow belly, bat. What's a Batman? What the hell's a Batman? Okay, dude, what are you talking about?
Oh, Gary's learning the. I mean, he used to be into it, but when you step out for a while, a lot has
Oh,
changed.
what I mean, dude, I never heard of a Batman. I got to see it now.
How about a Pompeii? You should get a Pompeii.
I know what Pompeii is. I was seeing just what is you got a Batman? That is cool as all get out, dude.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Oh, a leopard spot nose clown.
Look at the one right there. You just hit go
This one,
down one more. No, one more down.
loving art. Twitter Belizima, Orange
That's
Dream
it.
Batman.
hmm Orange Dream is very good. I love what Orange Dream does. This stuff.
What scammer on your recent post on Facebook? On mine? On my post? Better not be anything on because my recent post was about Brian, homie. Oh, I don't see it. It's not mine. Matt, what? Where's my scammer at? I don't see a scammer. I don't know what
He commented on it, so you have to find his comment.
commented on it. Oh. Did someone already report it for me? I think someone already reported it. I'm looking through them all because I haven't been on here in a while. Oh, there we go. No,
Mm-mm.
huh? I'll have to find it.
He's going to screenshot it for you and send it to you so you can see it.
My homie.
What's that right there? Cold blood. Oh, is that more? Did he post under your thing there? Oh no,
No,
never
this
mind.
is
No. I was looking
okay.
at the wrong thing.
Yeah, you guys are on here, so I was looking at stuff to see what's going on. But yeah, you guys can see my face, but I don't care. So someone posted, is it like Herb Social and Repti post on Morph Markets, and I said having sites to choose from is good, but it sucks that they use the same software.
That's kind of funny. That is funny.
And ready for this? His dev team, Brittany, liked it. They're all going to be different in their own ways. But it doesn't matter, guys. That doesn't matter. We'll jump into that. A Batman. I will screenshot. Matt, you're my homie. Matt, you gonna be in Rothschild of Green Bay coming up? I need to see you, bro. I traded some red Phantoms for mine. It's a $4,000 snake, homie. What?
Pretty much. Yep, they get up there. That they do.
Dude, that's awesome, dude. Kill it, bro. Kill it, bro.
Yeah, it's quite interesting how the ball pythons and they're not going anywhere. Hognose are another big one that's coming up in the whole thing. The hognose to me seem to be the new ball python. There's so many mutations, so many morphs, so many color variations. They don't get big. They're easily handleable. The only problem is you don't want them to chew on your hand, but you're pretty good at it. And they like to eat. They're like little eating machines.
Well, I talked to Brian, and I was like, I'm thinking about breeding ball pythons, and he was one that said, hey, you'd be good because you're a leopard gecko breeder.
Yep.
He goes, ball python people have trouble going into leopard geckos because they just look at genetics, and in leopard geckos, genetics isn't the only thing you got to look at.
No, you got to look at the color, everything, patterns, everything.
Everything's got to be. That's my homie. You're gonna see Matt. That's my dog. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I want to go into it just to mess around. Am I gonna have her have 100 females?
No. Now everybody, a year from now, Gary's gonna be like, "Look at this, my 250th ball python female."
Well, I had a friend ask me for an incubator today or yesterday. My days run together, guys. And I'm like, dude, I used all my incubators this year. I used all my incubators because I got rid of some because I wasn't going to wholesale anymore. And I used my incubators so much, I actually using some styrofoam incubators.
It happens.
So I'm looking to...
you know who's got some good incubators? Wilbanks. Beautiful. They're not even too much. They're cheaper than what's name, and they're great incubators. And if you went to Wilbanks, you could probably get some good ball pythons too. Not adults, but you can get some real good deals on some stuff.
I gotta do. Well, I don't have any CB70s, but I do have a lot of 12 quart, and I know 12 quart's a good grow up for ball pythons. So if I keep those, and I got some CB70s, and then eventually, because all my geckos are going to 28 quart. I'm going to put all geckos in single 28 quart. I know it's stupid, but that's what I'm doing. And better the life of the animal I'm breeding.
Yes.
And
less stressful, everything. Yep.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I was thinking about it. I was talking. I think it was Seth and Heidi, and maybe Adam was involved. And it was like, yeah, put him in a 28 quart just seems like it'd be best. Is it can I put as many in a room? No, but I mean, I could still put 300 females, 400 females in a room.
Easy.
I have females this year. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with it. Sea serpents incubators are nice as well. I've thought about.
Yes, they are. No, I agree. Sea serpents are nice, but the reason I like what's his name's Wilbanks is because all the controls are on the inside, so you can lock it so nobody can go in and mess with it, and they're cheaper than sea serpents.
So yeah, I don't know what way I'm gonna go. Kind of changed my view. The Wilbanks king bears are sweet. You can also use them to brumate snakes down to 45
Yep,
degrees.
45 degrees.
Whoa.
That's
Yeah,
for like hognose and king snakes, stuff like that, you know.
Justin's video with Always Evolving changed my view on stuff.
Oh yeah.
It changed
Yep.
my view. I thought Justin was bigger than he is.
No, he's just very selective at what he does.
He's like, oh well, if I get 1,500 snakes this year, that'd be a good year. I thought he was producing 4,000 or 5,000.
Oh no. You know who else is pretty good though? Does it pretty he's not too far from you either. Give me a minute. Royalconstrictors.com.
Constrictors.com he vents some shows.
Yeah, what's his name? Give me a minute. Garrick DeMeyer.
Yep.
Yeah, he's not too well. He's a what's his name, but he's not too far from you.
My problem with Garrett is he just sells me stuff all the time. He's like, Gary, take this. I got a super fire from Smash the Like button. That's my homie. Thank you.
There you go. Thank you very much. That's why I put it up there. Yep.
Yeah, I got a super fire mail from Garrett. Garrett, did you charge me for that? I forget if he charged me for that or not. He handed it to me. And I what? He goes, it's your snake. And it was a super fire.
You know who else got some good stuff? Lone Star Reptiles. He's a good guy. I talk to him too all the time. He's really good.
So I'm thinking about jumping. He will be at Rothschild. I say, oh yeah, he's always in Rothschild. Gary is. I'm probably gonna get ball pythons from him. Watch. I guarantee I'm gonna get a ball python.
That's what I want to see it. I want to see it. That'll be
all
cool.
the ball pythons I've been getting, like the Superfire has a small eye, and we have what's they call a Panda King, or King Panda.
Panda, yeah.
I forget. Yeah, it's like all white and black and
black.
Everyone said it was like a $5,000 snake when I got it, and but it's got kinks in her. She's like full grown. She's got kinks.
The reason she's got kinks is because I guarantee that Panda Pied was made with a black pastel and not like a cinnamon or something. But yeah, no, I think your daughter likes them, and that's a big thing.
That's why I'm thinking about going with it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why that's one. So Roth, you got some stuff up too? Yeah, Panda Pied. That's what she is. I got a Panda Pied.
That's what I said.
Yeah, yeah. She's
Panda Pieds are cool.
2,300 grams.
Mm-hmm.
She's a big girl. Then I do have one male that I can breed that has no problems with it. I have a Mojave.
That's it right there. I'll cross it.
Okay, I'll cross. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if I bring my leopard gecko brain into the ball pythons, I might be able to succeed.
Oh, you will succeed. I think that'll be good for our show too. If we do multiple animals, like you do the geckos, the ball pythons, do some hognose snakes, and we talk about everything on here. We'll do good. This is gonna rock.
I'm looking for some colubras. So the Asian rats like piqued my interest.
Asian rats, I could tell you all about them. Them are cool shit.
The hardest species I've ever bred, and I think I was one of the first, if not the first in America, and people don't know this until they heard it from me, is mangrove snakes. I bred mangroves. I imported 50 of them.
I always wanted to get some of them.
And I was bound determined to, but I lost a lot. So imported mangroves, they don't do well. And so I was losing a few, and then I figured out I would cook them. I would actually make them like 98 degrees in a hot spot, and them things would sit up next to that light, and they did better. Suma, blackhead, black pastels, Mojave, cinnamons, make good pandas. Oh, whoa! You can make.
The reason they went with the black pastels, but they cause kinks if you do if you don't do it right. Is because they get so dark. But they get the duckbill too. They can get the duckbill too.
So does black pastel give you duckbill like cinnamon? Because cinnamon gives super cinnies or duckbill.
It can, and then they can get kinks. Super black pastel gives you kinks. So they started doing the Suma. People started using the Suma. Doesn't quite get as dark as the Panda, but they're calling it a Panda because it's the safer route to go.
I want some Roth. I want some kings. I do want king snakes. I want some California king snakes. Um, the reason is not because their value went up, but that was one of the first snakes I bred too. Was California king snakes, corn snakes. Black pastel and Enchi gives you similar results as well. Really?
Mm-hmm.
So
There's
I
a
was
lot.
talking to someone, and they said Enchi is a bad gene to get. Why would they say that?
Every Enchi I've ever had. Now this is no joke. Every Enchi I have ever had an attitude. The
Oh, that yeah,
females,
don't tell me.
I'm talking massive attitude. I was like, but I think they were saying something. I can't. I. It's been so long since I've done the ball pythons. I only got a couple. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm learning all these genetics, and it's like, okay, in leopard geckos I have every genetic except for satin. Well, I shouldn't speak too much. I have every genetic but satin, enigma,
Oh,
and lemon frost.
there it is.
Oh, super Enchi blocks out patterns. That's
Yes.
okay. That makes sense then. Okay, because I was just talking, they're like, oh, stay away from Enchi, Gary. I don't mind if a super form is going to be something bad.
Then
Like
don't do super form of
I
that though.
just want to do super form. Like I don't breed for super snows and leopard
No.
geckos.
But the Enchi really can make some stuff. But Orange Dream and a Super OD, wow, that makes some stuff pop too. So
I'm really liking it. I've been doing it the last week. I've been looking at stuff. Getting different lines of black pastel can help with the kinks. Okay.
that's true. Yeah. What happens is if you get you got to shop around a little bit for your black pastels because I know that you don't want them to be related in any way if possible. You want it to be outcrossed really far to prevent the kinking. It's almost like the caramel albinos. I don't know if you remember the caramel albinos, the
Yep.
kinking that they got. But then uh, if you breed them, if you incubate them slower, sometimes the kinks are good. But if you breed a caramel albino to a het caramel, usually it's okay. But
Just get an ultramel.
yeah, yeah,
Oh, jeez. And she can bring more pattern into pied. Oh. See, that's where I'm at, too.
Yep.
I don't like the high white pieds. I like the pattern pieds.
if you want a pattern pied, you get an Enchi pied because they look like somebody just went over and just splashed it, and it's really cool.
That's
Limited, the whole pattern's blown out.
because I'm thinking about talking to Dave and seeing what kind of pieds he has. Because my
Look
wife
one of
likes
these up
pieds.
real quick. Look that up.
Yeah, pied Enchi pattern. Okay, I'm going to look at pied Enchi. Pied
But look it up. Look up pied Enchi. Yeah.
ball pythons.
Hmm.
Let's see. Oh, yeah, look at this. Look at all those. That does
Yep.
have pattern. Look at that. It's exactly what I was saying. I just wanted to see that pattern of the pied.
Yep.
So Enchi pied would a super Enchi, but a super Enchi would get rid of the pattern then, wouldn't it?
It would look more. Look up a super Enchi pied real quick.
Has it killed me yet? So I'm good.
Okay, so it does get rid of some of the pattern. It does
Yeah.
it phase it out. Okay.
Mhm.
So see now now DNA reptilia's in there. See now we're
Yeah,
talking.
there you
Now
go.
we got some ball python because Dave, I'm talking to you too, bro. I'm thinking about getting in some ball pythons.
We should get a ball python breeder on.
We need to get a ball python breeder on.
Um,
DNA, any ball python breeder, we can do a ball python roundtable because I got a lot of questions. Because guys, when I left the ball python market, there wasn't even close to this.
We have Dave Palumbo. He talks to me all the time. We have him on coming on, but his problem is his kids and the time we go on, it interferes with family life, and I get it.
We need to.
So
we can just do it live earlier in the day. We can just change the schedule.
Yeah, that's off. We do it a lot earlier. He's fine with it, but later in the day he has trouble because he's got kids, and I get it. I understand that 100%. I'd be like, yeah, family first.
We gotta get we gotta get Ross on. We gotta get Ross on. Ross, you're gonna do it, homie.
Yep.
It's done.
Next week.
That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's why I wanted to get into ball pythons. I was looking at what snake gives me. I seriously, I was trying to stay away from ball pythons. I was like, what can I mess with like leopard geckos? what can I do to 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 mess with genetics? And everything kept coming up all python. Well, no, I lie. Retics are another one. Retic, and that's my homie. We're rocking now. It's a talker and has a lot of knowledge. That's what. So the ball python, my ball python guy that I know is Brian Barjack.
Mm.
That's I mean I could that's my ball python guy. Um, but the stuff I'm seeing when I started looking into it, and retics are the other one you can make mess with a lot of genetics.
Yeah.
But I mean I don't want
Boas are be getting there too now.
I want to do Nicaraguans. I want to do Incas. The Incas are the motley of the Nicaraguan.
This is why Dave Palumbo would be so cool to get on here. He does ball pythons and boas. And Jeff Ronnie would be cool to get on here too.
Jeff, I know Jeff.
Yeah, he'd be cool to get on here.
You do Leo's. That's what I'm talking about. We just need to get Ross Farm on. That's a done deal. We'll get in contact after this. We get this done.
Yep, we'll get him on. That would be cool. As long as you bring animals to show, we're good. I love looking at animals all day.
I'm actually setting it up that I want to move the zoo. Is I want to set up where a lot of people don't know. I got rid of a lot of my racks, got a lot of animals, and I had to rebuild. So last year was kind of a rebuild, and then when moving the animals and the herptovite thing, don't buy herptovite. That's garbage. Herptovite sucks.
Trust me, I know.
I went through that issue. My season sucked, but this year, I mean, I am hatching fire every day.
I see the pictures. You show me pictures every day. I'm like,
I just,
holy cow!
I'm like blown away by it, and I'm excited. I'm excited, but then I'm worried that I'm going to keep back stuff. Got tons of stuff. That's what I'm talking about.
Hit us up hit Gary,
Yeah,
or myself up
we'll
on Facebook, and we'll get this set up.
Boas, I used to do boas. I used to do Sonorans, and we used to do Nicaraguans. We did a couple Colombians.
He does boas as well.
And my Nicaraguans, I did type 2 Henry, and stuff like that. But when I got into geckos were, I'm gonna let you guys know, geckos just kind of took over my life. It's like I can mess with it so much. I had so much control. It's like I want this project to go this way, and then you would pop out a new one like, oh, that's cool. I'm gonna make this project. And
I agree 100%. He's he's knowledge. He has a ton of knowledge. Now see, I remember when they came up with the first super motleys, and they thought it was good, and then they only lived to be about 2, and then they die. And then the guy right, not but 20 miles from my house was the man who first made the very first scoria boas. Jeff, his name is Jeff. And I remember going over to his place. He was showing me. I was like, holy crap. When he first hatched them out, he couldn't believe it. And his story is when he went to a flea market in South Dakota. And this guy had these 2 had boas in there. And he bought 2 of them, male and a female, raised them up and bred them. And he had scorias. And he couldn't believe it. He was like, what the heck? Then he sold the whole project for a lot of money.
I don't know if it was Chris telling me this, but someone we were talking is like, if you're going to get into reptile breeding right now, now's the time because everyone's starting to dump. And they're right. There's people dumping because they thought they're going to make millions of dollars.
Oh, yeah. You're not.
For the right reasons.
You got to be in it for the passion first.
I mean,
and passion will lead to success.
I don't want to get so big with the ball pythons that I have to breed my own rats, if that makes sense.
I was there, and I was breeding my own rats.
I don't know if I want to do that.
I had to have a separate, next door for the rats because I couldn't have them in my house. That would have been horrible.
Because, I mean, I know Brian's bill, and oh my, I don't even,
If you're making enough, though, to make money and put it together, to do it, yeah. Yeah, that's what I was saying. The ones that did live ended up dying within 2 years. So, yeah.
That's where I want to be. Texas is just like 2 to 3 clutches, maybe 5 tops. Used to be a huge dark frog breeder in Oshkosh, Wisconsin.
See, you say 5 clutches tops, But when your daughter's doing it and having a blast, you'll be 10,
That's her. That's
20,
her doing it.
15.
That's
I'm
her.
just saying.
Yeah.
No, you put your influence in there. 'Cause I know how it works.
I just don't want to breed rats, dude. I don't. I'll
No.
buy them off you, Dave. Buy them off you. I'm telling you guys. I mean, it was weird that this time off made me reevaluate stuff, and I was like, I'm not breeding retics. I was like, but there's some amazing looking. If you guys want to see some cool retics, in your face reptiles or in your face exotics has some. I'm mind blown. I'm mind blown. About it. 5 clutches could be 50 snakes really quick. See, that's what I'm talking about. You got a point there, dude. You got a point there. I mean, just like 100 female leopard geckos could be 1,000 babies every year.
Yeah, pretty easy. Very, very easy.
Yeah, so I'm trying to reevaluate because I rebranded the Educational Reptarians.
Oh,
I rebranded that. And
I missed this.
what we missed, Jessica Har from here Hollow Farms would be a good guy. I know Jessica's on ReptiPost. We could talk to her. Yeah, that would be cool. I mean, I'm all for getting good people on. And the Patreon thing, where it says Patreon down, we have one for Fauna, and we got to. Me and Andrew's got to talk some stuff and see what we got to do. But I do want to hit the tough subjects, but I don't want drama being on this because what we did at the beginning of the show was kind of like, eh. I mean, I was upset, and now I'm whatever. But the Patreon part's going to be for the hard interviews, the ones that can get a little heated and stuff like that.
Yeah.
She did chicken. That's another hobby that I mind blown. The chicken thing.
Yeah, I would love to do it, but you're not allowed to do it where I'm at because you can't have them in your town here. But I think it would be awesome. That would be cool.
Heidi had eggs, and I'm going to sound like a moron here. She kept posting pictures of eggs, and she had eggs at one of the reptile expos. I thought she had a hobby of taking chicken eggs and painting them.
Oh, no, they come in different colors.
No, she's like, if you breed this chicken, you get this egg. I'm like, do what? I was just like, what, really? It was the coolest thing. So it was just cool. She also has a holdback. Yeah, holdback. Right. I've been listening to her off and on when I have the time.
We'll have to get her, but I want to get Roth Farms on too. That'd be cool.
Look, he's selling sold trios the last past 2 days. That's what I'm talking.
Yeah, I've been looking at his Instagram. He's always showing a chicken here or there. It's pretty cool. I think it's Instagram.
Emus? Really?
Unbelievable.
That's kind of cool.
We could do some really good shows, man.
That's why I'm getting back into it. I will let you guys know I did touch base with Justin K. I sent a message seeing if we can do anything. Just because, I mean, he blew my mind about his facility. I know he's a ball python, what a genius. I cool. But it was his facility that was like, wait, what is going on there, you know? And hopefully he contacts me back and says, you know, cool. Yeah, I'm not joking. I honestly thought she was like sitting there and her and the kids were painting eggs and that was like her thing to do. And I'm like, oh, what happens when they like go bad or whatever? That's what I was thinking. I was like, okay. No, there's actually, I was like, what? That's the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. That's so I learn something new all the time. That's what I like. I try to keep an open mind. Yeah, that's why I'm thinking about ball pythons. I'm thinking about some corn snakes. I'm thinking about, picking up some species, but I don't want so rare that I get 10 babies and I sit on them for 2 years because they don't sell.
No.
So, but at the same time, I would like to get back into some specialty items. Like I'm going to be getting mangroves. I could breed those.
I think they would be fun. I think they'd be fun to have.
I'm getting false water cobras. I'll be getting falsies.
They would be fun too.
I was one of the first with the hypos back in the day because Wes had them, and I got a hold of some stuff from Wes, and we had hypos, and I think we did one clutch of the hypos, and then we got rid of the falsies.
Can I ask why?
Because I got my matlocks.
Oh,
The story goes, I got rid of the false water cobras because I needed space for the matlocks. I had a matlock that was 11'7". It was the largest in the world, and I bought it. I didn't raise it. And then the male was like 9'8".
so
And
you're gonna make giant ones, huh?
oh, everyone says there's no way you have a matlock that big. And I took her and I just would hold her up and videos. I'm like, this girl's big and this is a 6-foot tub and she's wrapping around. I'm like, come on. And then we bred her and she died. Like
Ooh.
we bred her and I was like, we're gonna do something with these monsters. And we had her for a year and then we went to breed her and I don't know what made her die because the vet couldn't find nothing wrong.
You wonder if it had something to do with her size, or just because she was so big, you know?
They couldn't find nothing wrong.
Didn't see you in here. Hello.
I remember vending with you. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Sewerfest. I love Sewerfest. Sewerfest is my. Oh, there's Miles. I miss Miles.
Yeah,
My home
that's
dog.
what I said. I didn't see him either. That's why I was like, hello.
Miles is my homie. He's back on Facebook. I'm happy. Even though I talk to him almost every day.
We had a dart frog guy on too. We did.
Yep, we had Nico.
Yeah.
I had.
He made me want to get into dart frogs, and then.
Yeah, so I got the dart frogs. I moved them. I did a bad thing there too. So I'm looking for right now. I'm looking for a place to be. I need like 4,000, 5,000 square feet. That's what I'm looking for. I don't know how we're gonna do it. I still haven't figured that out yet, but I'm doing it. And
Set your eyes on the prize.
so I think the educational thing's gonna do it because I already got some booked, and if I can do like 10 to 15 a month, I think we can do something.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone needs a birthday party.
Sure they do.
All I know is ReptiPosts need to explode. We need to explode on ReptiPosts. Everyone needs to post on ReptiPosts. Oh, there are Dave's on there. Miles posted. Oh, look at them. Dude, Miles, I'm telling you, dude, that's a white and yellow super radar. I'm telling you, bro. Dude. That is insane looking. Show people he posted up on see you guys that right there. That's insane looking. And this here, that's an insane looking bell, dude. That's a white and yellow radar. Dude, a couple bells. He's pulling me. Just a couple bells. So look at all these people. What is this? My fiance's red-tailed boa constrictor, beautiful. Green. 285 grams? Are they weighing that in grams? Do you weigh boas in grams? Dude, I'm thinking that's a white and yellow, bro. I just do. There, look at that. That's an amazing snake too. Look at that thing. I'm getting all excited. Oh, people using it. There we go. And there's Heidi. What is that, Heidi?
I don't know, but it's beautiful, isn't
sour
it?
Skittles, Skittles, and the sour Skittles. Whoa, I love the name. Heidi. Sour
He's
Skittles.
a genius.
That okay. Okay. I love that. Look at that thing. See? They advertise.
He said that was his snake.
That was I know. That's what I'm saying. It's a pretty insane snake. Look at that thing.
What is it exactly? What's all in it?
It's a ball python.
Well, yeah, it's a ball python.
Oh my lord. I'm telling you, I think like I told you earlier before, Miles, I think that's a super snow. Just how they get that pink, they just get so pink.
You know, blood pythons too, as you see right over here. That's a blood python right there. I used to do blood pythons, and I got out, and now they have all kinds of stuff. They even have pied blood pythons and everything. It's crazy.
It's a visual trumper version, dude. I love the sour Skittles.
Oh yeah.
And clown is bonker. Red stripe and clown. So okay, there was someone that came up to me at a show and said they had a red stripe, and I thought they were talking about leopard geckos. The whole conversation. I'm like, well, you should take this to it and take this to it. And he just kept looking at me and goes, them aren't morphs. I'm like, yeah, they are. I got them right here. And he goes, it's a ball python. I'm like, there's red stripe and ball python.
Yep.
I was
Red
like,
stripe.
what? It blew me away. I'm telling you, Heidi's Sour Skittles and Miles is hatching out some fire. Miles has some amazing bells. His stuff, amazing bells. I do want to tease you a little bit, Miles. I am up to 6 females that are het rainwater and a possible het ME, and that are female, and we got them 2 males. So fingers crossed that we can hit a rainwater ME. I don't care about the Cypher. I want the ME. Cypher's cool. I like Cypher, but that ME though, that Marble Eye, we got to get that Marble Eye back, bro. I'm so red stripe ball pythons are amazing with yellow belly. So what? Now the part I'm gonna have to learn in ball pythons is how certain genetics work with it and make something totally different. Like a yellow belly makes it, what the gravel and the highways and the super stripes and how that works.
Asphalt.
Yeah. So
See the asphalt, the gravel, and the yellow belly. They're all in the same yellow belly complex. So
yeah. So just like, but what I'm saying is they kind of make different stuff. So like, when it comes to Mojave, lesser, and they all make a blue eye Lucy. Some are cleaner than others, but they all make a blue eye Lucy.
But two Mojaves make a blue eyed Lucy, but they got the gray head with the gray stripe down the back. It's not. But if you beat a Mojave to, let's say, a lesser, you get a much bright white animal with blue eyes.
So that's how I'm looking at I just got so much going on. Has anyone done a Super Fire Super Mojave together where it's all 4? Does it have blue eyes still?
I don't know.
I always talked about that when Super Fire, because Super Fire was a big gene and Super Mojave, it was a blue eyed Lucy, was a big thing back then. And I was like, what if you mix them together and hit them all in one? What happens?
What happens if you throw an albino in the mix?
Well, my brother, I mean, it wasn't such a big thing, but we were the first ones to hit the banana albino. We have a first in the world.
That's
first
cool.
in the world's like, though. I'm like, But, I mean, it was that one thing back in banana albino. Some people said it's not albino, it's not albino, it's not albino. They kept saying it. And the spotting came in, it looked albino. We bred it, and it was albino.
There you go.
Would have black eyes. Oh, there it is. Nope.
Because the black eyes override, I guess, huh?
I got a super butter albino. Wow.
Sweet.
So if you had a super fire albino, it should have red eyes, like solid
Yeah,
red eyes.
Solid red eyes. I would think.
So see, I'm starting to bring that leopard gecko into it. Like what can you do? I was watching Emily the other day. I don't know if it's an old video or not, but she bred a spider banana something to a pastel, and she got some pastel bananas and stuff, and spider. She didn't want them, but spider banana pastel. She was all excited.
See, banana is a sex-linked gene, though. Yeah, they got a male maker, female maker. Now, I've never dug into it, but if you bred a male maker to a female maker, could you produce ones that produce an equal amount of males and females?
I have no clue. Because when I got out of it, the banana was the big. Well, banana was big before.
Going for $25,000.
Yeah, I mean, it was going for a lot of money, but banana, GHI was still a big thing, like money-wise, and bamboo. So that's when I kind of like, I'm done with the ball python market. I'm done. My brother bred bamboo. My brother's still into it. Super Mojave albinos are called
Cherry bombs.
Oh, see?
I knew one of them were, but I wasn't sure.
See, I'm learning today. So there is over 200 identified genes in ball pythons. So there's over 200 identified genes.
Yeah, and then they said, the combinations puts you into the thousands of new combos. It's crazy.
Has there been a 7 gene yet? I know there's been a 6 gene.
I've seen it. Yeah, what's the name? They had one on the North Market, but you know what they are? They're white. That's what when I was doing ball pythons. Oh yeah, I got this animal. It's got 10 genes and 7 genes. You look at it, just a white animal. So
that's just insane to me. That's insane to me. I mean, I'm
I mean, it would be good if it was a male, and then you can pump it into a whole bunch of stuff.
The Pompeii. Yeah, that was Justin's thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Pompeii.
That's red. That's got red stripe in it.
Pompeii. Ball python. Let's see images. What the? That's like red.
Mm-hmm.
That's like red. Wow.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier. Pompeii, pretty cool.
Yeah, but what's in a Pompeii? Black pastel, red stripe.
Right. Mm-hmm. And
Oh,
I think
black
it's got yellow
pastel,
belly,
red stripe, spot nose, yellow belly clown. So it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a 5 gener with 1 recessive.
Mm-hmm.
It's so funny that clown's a big deal now, and clown used to be
Like whatever, yeah. But clown changes a lot of stuff.
Now what's okay? I am friends with Sean.
Mm-hmm.
What's the difference between? I want an honest answer. Can you breed a puzzle to a clown and still get a clownish looking a clown? Is puzzle clown?
Oh, I couldn't tell you, but I don't think puzzle's clown. No, puzzle's its own thing. I believe. I'm not sure. I couldn't tell you
because I mean some of the puzzles look clownish.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the reduced clown? Clown went huge with Justin Batman. And what about the reduced clown? What is that called now? Because Brian used to breed that all the time. And you just called them reduced pattern clowns, but now they're called something different. Oh, so it is it's totally different. Puzzle is separate, totally separate.
Yep.
Okay. So it is different. So I was going to ask Sean that. I was just going to ask. So the
blade clown. Blade's clown's cool. Mm-hmm.
Is Blade a separate recessive? Oh my god!
Yes, Blade's different. Yep.
See, but see, Brian used to sell reduced pattern clowns, and all the time. I was at his shop, and I would say, "Oh, this clown's cool," But I'm so lost.
Well, it's time to refresh your memory.
Like I am so lost. Like this animal there is pretty cool. I want that.
That's cool.
I don't know what it is, but I want that. I don't have anything on it.
That looks like a
what is
tri-stripe or something, I think.
Black pastel, red stripe Batman.
Mm-hmm. You're just touching the surface, man.
I think they're cool. I got some cool ones last year. There is a super blade with no clown involved. What? And no. Yes, reduced clown's blade or energy. Okay. See, I'm learning, guys. See, yeah. I need to get someone on because I'm going to be that guy that's going to be asking the questions that everyone's scared to ask at a reptile show. I don't care. Buy my blade clown leopard TKR cheap for you. What's TKR? Am I dumb?
The constrictor keeper or something? I don't know.
Dude, blade clown. What the world, dude? We need to talk. Everyone, I need to talk. We need to do this. I need to get some ball python.
Ball python round table. Not as many as we did with the leopard geckos, though. But I think we should do.
Getting you on. Yep. We're getting you on.
We're definitely, absolutely. We should do a just 3 or 4 people maybe.
Oh, it's Texas Kid Reptiles.
We're not with it today. We're not with it today.
Dude, I got so much genetics going in my head. I can break down leopard geckos genetics like that. I mean like boom, 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 boom. I'm scared to death if I get into ball pythons. I'm not gonna be able to do that.
Oh, you got that. You got it.
They're gonna be like, "What's this do?" I'm like, I don't know.
You got it, man.
Together.
I think you got it.
I do. I kind of want to get a Burmese. I didn't know they existed until my kids and Laura were watching Brian the other day, and he got a pied Burmese.
Yeah, Bob Clark and Will Banks were the first ones to produce them in the United States. Somehow they were able to produce it, and even during the ban of importing them, but they got them and they got them in there. There's a stonewashed. There's all kinds of Burmese pythons.
Do you know how hard it is to find an albino male?
I know, because everything's got multiple genes in it, and they want more money for it. The plain albino, like it was back in the day, when they first came out, they were $1,200. But yeah, no.
Every single person I've contacted that had like one for $200, I'm more for I sold already. I just want an albino male. Wait till we start talking about kryptons. What's kryptons? What the hell's a krypton?
Look it up. It's a ball python.
They had a albino pied. Oh, what? They pied
Oh,
albino Burmeses. Okay, I'm gonna look up krypton now. Oh my god, krypton, not Superman. Is there a super form? Pastel leopard krypton. What's krypton do?
Look at the krypton lesser right there.
Yeah, that's
right
pretty
about.
cool looking.
Click on that once. Look at that thing.
Is it busting up the pattern? Is that what it's doing? It's like putting blotches?
Okay, do you know what that reminds me of? Now, do you remember the plain sugar? But do you remember the desert gene? How it had that band? That's exactly what that reminds me of, with that banding around the head like that from back in the day.
Krypton is a double het with a visual outcome. What? They got a name for a double het?
Double het. Interesting.
Oh my lord! Oh god!
Don't hurt yourself, Gary. Thinking about this.
What is that?
That's what I was gonna tell you. Look up. That's a desert ghost, though, but that's not desert. It's a phantom yellow belly desert.
Super pastel, leopard, phantom, yellow belly, krypton, het desert ghost.
Interesting looking animal there. I'll tell you, that's a beautiful animal.
What in the world is going on in the ball python market that what is that? Orange dream, yellow belly, fire spot, nose, krypton. I hate you guys.
We'll see Gary next week. He'll be sitting there, just like veins popping out in his head. He's like, I can't believe
the genetics part got me, because I was watching. Okay, I know some people don't like. I forgot his name. MJ's podcast. I don't know what it's called. It's called something. But he had Bob Vu on. I know I'm not in the ball python realm yet, or whatever, but he was on with another guy, and they were talking about how things could get together and how you can mess with genetics. And I'm like, wait, you can? And I just het clown, het cryptic equal what?
So when you breed them together, you get the visual.
Het clown, het cryptic equals krypton. What's a cryptic?
You gotta look it up now. Here we go. Here goes Gary typing it.
Yeah, look at these. Yeah, cryptic is a gene. Clown is a gene. Both express both at once. It only produces clowns or cryptic. I am so whoa. Bob Vu. Yeah, Bob Vu. And I've never met Bob Vu my whole life. I've heard the name. I've never met the guy my whole life. He wouldn't know me from Adam, because he doesn't care about leopard geckos. But just how he spoke about how he went into breeding stuff and how he went in, and I'm like, okay, I don't know the guy from Adam. I don't know. Krypton is het for both. Wow, I am okay, ball python guys. I thought I was smart.
You are, but ball python is a whole new level, man.
So I'm thinking about doing it. I mean, I I mean, I'm these are probably thousands of dollars of snakes. I mean, because I see DNA Reptilia. He's got some amazing looking snakes sometimes. I mean, they're like insane looking. And I'm like, whoa. Bavu does breed some leopard geckos and cressets. Oh, does he? I didn't know that. So, I was thinking about giving some of my high end stuff and trying to trade from some lower end ball pythons. You know.
Okay. Just don't make no mistakes, because the ball python people get a little crazy, you know.
Well, leopard geckos aren't confusing. We don't have that many genes. Where it confuses snake people with leopard geckos is we line breed. We polygenetics. So if we want a color, we're not going to wait. You guys, I'm not being mean about this. Don't take this wrong. Ball python people wait for a gene to come out that they can produce it. Leopard geckos say, we want that color, we're going to breed for it. We want purple, we're going to breed for it. We want orange, we're going to breed for it. We want black, we're going to breed for it. We want this, we're going to breed for it. And that's what we do. We manufacture our morph. While you guys wait for the gene to come out, and you guys are very good at going, well, these little flames here means it's this, and it makes something really crazy. You guys are really good at that. That's why I think if you guys could take some of that power you have finding these genes and actually started selectively breeding, I honestly think that you guys would get some. Oh my God!
Well, look what Justin Kabalka does.
I honestly thought his facility is spot on, but I mean, he's like, oh yeah, I got like room for 600 babies here. I'm like, what?
You would think thousands, right?
Yeah, I was thinking thousands. I would go to bar checks and he went to aisles of ball pythons, aisles.
But there was a difference. Barchek was more of a producer to get them in the hands of people, and Kabalka's more top end.
Yes.
This is for the special guy who wants to spend a lot of money.
100%.
Two total different aspects of the whole.
I'm one that started naming my stuff like the Riddler as a joke, but I understand what you're saying because there's only so many recessives, so many dominants, and incomplete dominants. That's it. There's only so many. And like a clown leopard gecko, because we have our clowns, and they're just a selectively bred, or took selectively bred animals and bred them into each other until they got a certain look, and then they bred for that. That's what we can do. We can manufacture pattern, we can manufacture color, we can manufacture a morph. But now the problem with that is when someone names it a clown, I can take and get that same look if I worked at it. With my collection, I could breed it, but I couldn't call it a clown because that person that made it a clown says, well, you can't call it that, you didn't buy him from me. Well, they essentially do the same thing. Look up high intensity orange dreams versus normal orange dreams. It's mind boggling. Okay. I'm going to have high orange dream versus orange dream. Oh, okay. Okay. That's kind of insane.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Mind blowing, isn't it?
So that's where I think that, that's insane. So, like, the leopard gecko's hobby is more about marketing your work. But, like, okay, let's just take this. Heidi probably has some of the best bold animals in the country.
Absolutely.
Bottom line, I've seen everyone's bolds, and Heidi, if someone says who has the best, it would be between Seth and Heidi. Period.
I agree.
Seth and Heidi, bolds, take either or. Both of them are good friends of mine. They have the best bolds. So now I do have both their bold lines in my collection. I'm making bolds. Now Heidi doesn't call her Heidi's bolds. I do, and I call them Seth bolds. But now let's say they did. They named it. She named hers Heidi bolds and Seth bolds, and I crossed the two. Would I call them Seth cross Heidi bolds, or would I rename them? Most people would rename them, saying these are now Gary bolds.
Gary bolds. I knew that was good.
So that's what's bad about the leopard gecko world is the naming, like the tangerines. A tangerine's a tangerine. If I get a magma tangerine and breed it to a blood, I'm going to make orange geckos. I'm going to.
Now, but what about like the bloods? Look at your blood compared to most other bloods.
Well, my bloods. The reason is I've taken it a different direction, and now my bloods do look different. But if you took my blood and bred it to a blood, you're still going to get and someone else. You're going to get an
Oh,
orange gecko.
yeah.
Cotton candy, for instance. Although my bold lines are some awesome. No one bought them, and now they want them.
Look
Yep.
that up once.
Cotton candy. Cotton candy. Oh wow! It already filled it in for me. So, what is a cotton candy?
Well, I know a candy is you get your candinos and stuff. I think I can't. I'd have to think about this for a minute because it's been so long since I've done ball pythons myself. So, kind of, we just have to get Rolf Farms on to talk about it all.
Yeah. So, I mean, so when I look at a leopard gecko, like if I go to Morph Market and I'm looking at leopard geckos, I don't even look at the title at all. I'm looking at picture only. That is it. What is that animal? Then I look at genetics. So I'll be like, this animal's what I want. That's awesome looking. Then I go, oh, it's het tremper at this. It's not going to fit my project. I move on. Oh, cotton candy leopard geckos. Just made up the term. I was like, yeah. So, I think it's more about people wanting because we don't have that many genetics except for our manufactured genetics, and I mean, let's take Black Knights. Black Knights and Clouded. Clouded are brown. Black Knights are black. They're both the melanistic leopard gecko. So, I mean, at the same time, it's so hard to say. I mean, my Riddler was a joke. Literally, they look like clowns, and I have people come up and go, "Oh, are them clowns?" Like, no, riddle me this because Joker came out. Jokers were named by Matt, which is fine. He made the clown line. He renamed them and rebranded them Joker, and I said Riddler because Joker and the Riddler, blah blah blah. You know, um, essentially super hypo white and yellow raptors with high contrast patchwork. Oh. So yeah, so I always said, what if people just put their line saying this is an Orner Exotics line tangerine? What if it, and what if they said Orner Exotics bold and Tremper albino? Everyone's animals look different. If someone buys an animal and they show it to me, I can tell you if it came from Heidi. Like if someone comes up to me, I can look at a guy like it came from Heidi. Leopard geckos are really into selectively breeding, and a ball python breeders struggle with that because ball python breeders will just mix anything sometimes, and there's nothing wrong with that in ball pythons to see what happens. And leopard gecko people don't like that. We don't want the eye traits mixed. Like I seen someone sent me a video of a certain somebody sending out animals that were possible head eclipse and possible head NDBE. That don't happen from responsible breeders.
But here you go. Let's say you got a male with 7 genes in it. You could breed that to a normal and get 7 different animals and be back to your basics, like that, with ball pythons. So,
yeah, I'm hoping that right now, like I tease Miles all the time. I tease Miles and Dylan and Leo and Evan. Everyone's trying to mix all the leopard geckos up and make these massive morphs, and I'm just sitting here trying to break them all back down to nothing. Yeah, Tremper is a Tremper. Now, what I think people are trying to do is they're trying to manufacture a Tremper look now. And that's the best way I can say it. We can manufacture looks in leopard geckos. And it doesn't take long. Like, I can manufacture a look in 3 years and have a totally different looking Tremper. So them Trempers would look different than someone else's Trempers. They're still a Tremper albino. You breed it to another Tremper, you're still going to get that look. And the best way I can explain it is, like sunsets. And sunsets are the blizzard with tangerine in it. And, I mean, you'll know what it is. Like our red stripes and leopard geckos are manufactured. They're all line bred, 100%. And there's some really amazing looking, like clown. There's some clowns that have some amazing red stripes. So, but it's not as easy as taking like, oh, clown is red stripe, this, and this, and let's mix them together and make clown. It's not that easy either. But it's just we can move fast because egg to production is 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
It's just 1 year. How long is it for ball pythons? 2, 3?
A lot of people don't go by that. A lot of people go by size. So
Yeah, the Tremper I think's got a lot of different room. I honestly think if you gonna go with a line to play with an albino, is Tremper's the one you want to play with. I think Rainwater's very underrated, but the Rainwaters tend to hypo out. It's hard to get a bold Rainwater. It's really hard. Miles has some stuff that gets their band. The banding stays there, but the Rainwaters tend to hypo out a lot, and that banding just goes away. But Tremper, like I got some Tremper bolds or bold Trempers this year that are just blowing me away, and I can't keep them all. I got to figure it out. I can't keep them all. I mean, I'm really, and they're from Heidi Bold, and I call them Heidi Bold and Seth Bold, and Dab Bold. Dab got them from Seth, so yeah. I want them Tremper. The Tremper Bolds are just they look different. So the same thing with ball pythons. It's more about genetics. This is a yellow belly. Doesn't matter what kind of yellow belly it is. It's a yellow belly. That's what it is. This is an albino. That's what it is. This is a banana. That's what it is. This is a pied. I remember them trying to say that, back in the day they could sell high white pieds. Remember that?
mm-hmm.
They would get more money out of high white pieds. But the spider pied was what, all white, right? The spider pied's all white with just
It's a white wedding. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like pieds though. Pieds are my favorite morph of anything. They really are. So
That's a spider. It has to be a spider.
yeah, I can see it.
What is that?
Anything that says B, a spider in it, I'm sure.
That sucks because I don't want to breed spider.
I think.
So it has to have xanthic in it. It has to have xanthic of some sort in it.
Well, it's a candy and a toffee.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up later too.
I don't know.
Yeah, so ball pythons are size. Okay.
Yeah.
So geckos are kind of size too, but I mean, I remember when we were breeding 35-gram females.
Oh, and I'm sure that people still do it.
Now I try to get to that 50 mark, but some females just don't make 50. They just don't.
Yeah, okay, David, you say that, but did you ever go to mutation creation page and look at what his post says? 1,200 grams. He'll breed them at 1,200 grams. I mean, when we used to import them, they would come in at 900 grams and lay eggs. So
let me ask
that was
you
a long
guys,
time ago.
power feeding is not a thing in leopard geckos. Leopard geckos get big quick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and baby leopard geckos eat so much more than an adult. Adults don't eat much at all, so they slow way down. Yep, spider xanthic. Yeah, I was right. Sweet. But babies,
You're already getting it.
So power feeding in ball python still will give you less eggs, correct? So a power fed female might not produce the same amount of eggs, correct?
I don't know. I've seen people do it and have no issues whatsoever. Have bigger clutches. You power feed them. You power feed them to get them a certain size, and then you breed them. You might not get a lot that year, but the next year you might. But you get that 1,000-gram wall. It can be tough to get past a little bit, but
that's still a thing. Is 1,000-gram wall that used to be a thing back in the day.
Yeah.
I suppose the release of morals and honesty. Yep, I agree. So like in leopard geckos, there's females I won't breed. There's females I won't breed. I have 2 this year. Very, 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 very expensive geckos. That I won't breed next year.
Well, when we get you on, we'll need you to explain.
Yeah. So like in the leopard geckos, I have a female that she went egg bound, my only one this year, and that usually shuts them off from breeding, and they won't lay anymore.
Hmm.
But she ended up passing the egg. It was infertile. It was like big too. Uh, but I probably won't breed her again. I probably won't do it.
You know, I had a ball python get egg bound, and everybody panics. Everybody goes into panic mode, like, "Oh my gosh, my take them to the vet." And I learned from a really old school breeder that if you just leave them alone, let them calm down, take a couple days, their bodies went through enough laying the eggs they got, they get swollen, just let them relax. They lay. It took her months, but in a few months, she dropped the two eggs that were egg bound in her with no issues. Don't try to force them out. Don't do nothing. It just takes time. As long as they're not in any distress, those eggs will come out with no issues.
Yeah, I wasn't worried about the leopard either. The leopard gecko. I was like, oh, she'll pass it. I kept an eye on her. It took her 2.5 weeks later than was normal. And then she shut down. It was her first clutch too. She shut down the rest of it, and she's an amazing animal. She's from the blood stuff with pattern, and I won't breed her again. She went to 21-13, and he's an amazing animal. And I wish I would have seen what the babies are going to be, but we're not going to ever see that. There's also people that maintain. I have some 3-year-old females that are the size of my holdbacks from September and last year. Wow, maintenance feed fed. Okay, so like geckos. I mean, I feed babies. If I go in there and they don't have worms, they get more worms. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll have adults that might eat 10 to 25 mealworms a week, if that.
Yeah, I have that same thing.
And they're fine. I might go in there to feed them, and they still got 20 mealworms in them. Like, oh, you're gonna keep those. So you right, like there it is. Then I got animals, females that don't do good with breeding. A lot of my females will eat during breeding, and they won't lose weight. And I got some that don't, and I'm weeding them out because I won't breed them females again. I sell them off. I'll sell them off as pets, and that's why I think I'm starting to get that stronger genetics into my group, that my females aren't losing weight, because everyone knows I produce all my females except for very few. 2 weeks at least before messing with a gravid female. One egg stuck during laying, massage it out. It's hard to say because everything's different. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't massage out nothing, because Brian Cusco put up a video and he was massaging it out and he pulled it. The whole oviduct came out with it. It was ridiculous. He should have just left it alone. But I found, I was talking to some breeders that have been doing it for 50 years, and they were like, with retics and berms and all that, not ball pythons, but like the berms have been doing it not 50 years, but 40 years, over 40 something years. And they were all like, just leave it be. If it's in there, it's coming out. Just got to let it relax and relax its muscles and get back to a normal. Just do small feedings and it'll come out. And they did. They came right out. Boom. I cut them open. They were like hard-boiled eggs.
For leopard geckos, just put substrate in their whole cage.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. They'll lay. David S tries a new feeder. There are so many different types of problems. There's so much in it. I just got to get. I'm gonna keep doing leopard geckos, but I got to add something else. And if I add something else, I can. And I'm not even looking to compete with the big boys. I don't.
No.
I don't even sell online now. I was asked by somebody to go, how do you sell all this stuff without being online? And I'm like, well, I'm online. It's just
I'm not where you can see me.
I don't need Morph Market anymore. I don't need to post on Morph Market. Like I post stuff on Reptile, and I've already sold 3 of them. I just got to take them back down. I kept them there. I haven't taken them down yet because I want to keep them there for when I get the sold. I want to get a sold stamp, and I just got to code it in where you can hit sold and a sold stamp. So and you will be able to say if you sold it on Reptile or another place if you want. You can totally do it. You can I'm gonna try to make it where you can put in who you sold it to and all that good stuff.
Good night, DNA.
Dude, see you, dude. I'll see you Sunday, my friend. I'm gonna be coming over because I gotta talk ball pythons. I was looking.
There you go.
Like all my friends do ball pythons. I'm like, other me, Heidi, Dab, and Miles and Leo. No one else does geckos. So, well, Evan's starting to come. Evan's doing Fondi now. That's cool as can be. Evan's doing
That's cool.
Fondy. Yeah, I love that dude. I love Evan is Evan reminds me of Jeff Jr. so much. It's mind boggling. See, that's what I'm working on. I'm working on some other stuff. Like, I'll show you guys, real quick. I can show you guys some stuff that I added. US Arc is right there, as you guys see. I see some
Mm-hmm.
people. So I have that, and if you go to my listings, I don't have Redline. It's not because I don't like Redline. It's because when I went to his website to steal his logo, he has a block where people can't steal the
Oh,
pictures. So I have Reptile Express. I have Ship Your Reptiles and Reptiles to You right here. It only shows up on your listings. And it's not to advertise, it's to give you guys a quick way to ship if you guys want to do it that way. You can just go boom and go ship. Um, what else did I do? On the reptile market, this is now gone. That is going to In Your Face Exotics. So I will find some other ways. But this is going to In Your Face Exotics. US Arc is not going to leave. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just a big US Arc pusher. Um, this here is very random. Every single time you refresh the page, it is random. I took it and put it to 10. So you can scroll through 10 things all you want. All the searches work. I'm going to make it bigger and deeper now, but it's going to be easy. It's all about ease. What else did I do that I added? I think that's it. That's all I did yesterday. Um, if you go, I will have a way to do it a different way. I added it, but it didn't go onto the go into the marketplace. Heck yeah, I
I'll
need to
contact
ask for that logo on Redline.
I'll contact Robin for you.
Yeah, yeah. We just need to get Redline's logo. That's all I need, and he doesn't have to pay nothing. We don't have to pay anything. It's free. Um, the other thing I did, and I got to find out where I messed up the code, is if you see a an ad in there, you can hit this, and it goes to your save post. I need to put it when you're in the reptile market. You can actually save the post. So I don't have that. So if you go into the main like this and you hit this, you can go into your save post and it'll be there. And I save Miles' post and I save Christian's post. So I don't need to save that. Sorry, buddy. I love you, but I don't need to save that retake. So, and then over here, I'm going to have an ad spot here along with these. You guys can actually go on. Oh, that's the other thing. I turned it on. You guys can actually go and buy Repti credits and post any advertisement. It'll go here, and it will go in the timeline too. Let's see if there's an ad right there. So that I'm going to have one that goes right here under trending, and that is going to be a static. I might have 2 ads that go there. That's it. And all the ads are reptile based. All of them are reptile based. So, and this spot here where US Arc is not for sale. That is. That's what I'm talking about. That's my homie, see? These guys are my homies. So I got more stuff coming, guys. I promise you. I do work on the marketplace. I'll probably go upstairs and work on the marketplace today. Um, I'm trying to make it ease of use for both buyer and seller. Um, I'm actually going after Facebook the Facebook stuff. Because
Mm-hmm.
Facebook's so easy to go to marketplace and find what you need. Um, so I'm doing that. Oh, the other thing, I will have advertisement on pages. So when you go to my pages, it will have like you can advertise your pages on there. The groups. What was the other thing? Oh, the events. That's what I was gonna do. I'm gonna give 2 banners up here for the events. So if you have an event and you want to really push it, that'd be the spot. It'd be really cheap too, because I know
Mm-hmm.
events aren't going to be yearly.
No.
So I mean, I'm talking like $5. You can have each one until your event's there. The event, which I do want to throw a shout out that my homies put up a lot of stuff up here. And you guys do know that when you go on the event page, it actually has a countdown. 22 days, 11 hours remaining until that's done.
Oh. Huh.
And it has a map. I have the map done. This is amazing.
Very cool.
So, heck yeah, my Wisconsin brother loved the snow, but Texas is better on the body. That's my homie. I'm telling you guys, ReptiPost is like the most important thing to me. Why did donuts come up? There we go. It means a lot to me, and like you guys just being there makes me happy. I wake up and I see 20 new posts. I smile, like it's being used. But I have more stuff coming. But as you guys see, I can't release everything because I have someone copying me.
Yeah, you got to do it over a course of time because they follow everything you do.
So, well, I'm hoping what I'm gonna do is the next big update. I do little stuff all the time. I always tinker with it and make things better. But my biggest thing is the marketplace when that gets done. Gary did better judgment. I said maybe I should make a free classifieds and go after Morph Market. I almost posted it because it's coded in Python. It's on a site. I can almost make it identical. I mean, Python's an easy language. I could probably bust it out pretty quick. Give me 30 days. I can already have it done. But that's wrong. That's just wrong. Oh, my collection asking about ReptiVote. Dude, ReptiVote's all about Repti. Imitation is a sincerest way of flattery, and mediocrity can pay the greatness. That's what I'm talking.
Exactly.
I'm telling you, you guys don't know how much that man, Miles, that dude right there, keeps me straight. That's my homie right there. That's my homie. I love that guy. We went to a concert thing. It's getting. Oh my gosh, it's 11 o'clock almost. We got to roll.
Yeah.
Almost
3 hours.
He got to see Willie Nelson.
Wow.
I wanted to go see Willie.
See, Willie Nelson's okay, but he's so damn old. He's got to be done. His concert has to be over by noon, so he can go take his nap by 1:30.
That dude, I can listen to Willie Nelson all the time. Willie Nelson's like, I don't know what it is. I love Johnny Cash too. I'm a Johnny Cash fan. That's a little secret about Gary. I love Johnny Cash. So yeah, and then Bob Marley is another one. I can listen to Bob Marley all day. That's who I am. So I listen to all music, guys. I listen to rap, I listen to metal, I listen to, easy listening jazz. I listen to it all. But yeah, I can't believe it's almost 11 o'clock, bro.
I know. This show blew by. It was a good one.
Yeah, it flew by. So Roth, we are going to be talking to you for sure, 100%. I just saw the I just saw the Whalers. Oh, dude, that's right. You did tell me that. Oh, dude, I'm a big music fan. The event he was at is just I can sit there all day and just be, we're good, we're good, we're good.
Just
all about it.
Everybody, keep your eye out for the Fauna Radio Patreon page.
The Patreon, yeah, it's going to be very inexpensive.
Yeah,
but I want it to be in the background. And we got something in the works for ReptiPost. I just letting you guys know. Gary's got breedings happening now. I got animals to give away and all that. So, love you guys. You guys are awesome.
Peace.